Let's just in fact look at that detailed investigation that was carried out by Republic TV, where we actually laid out for you where these linkages are.
The lobby has always looked for ways and means to defame India. And a reliable ally in this process has been the America-based US Commission on International Religious Freedom, more commonly known as the USCIRF. The lobby in India leaned on this organization endlessly. But has the anti-India lobby had a larger nexus, association? Today, Republic's global investigation team blows the lid off. Meet Nadine Mainza, the USCIRF chair. She was also the chairman of the Hardwired Global, where Professor Angana Chatterjee happens to be an advisor. Interestingly, she is reported to be among the regulars at conferences that ISI agent Dr. Ghulam Nabi Fai used to organize using money from the ISI. But that is not where it stops. That's where it begins. Back to USCIRF Chair Nadine. The lobbying firm Fidelis Government Relations is run by Terry G. Allen, a man who worked at Patriot Voices. The sitting USCIRF chair, Nadine, is the president of Patriot Voices. The same lobbying firm was allegedly hired by a known anti-India organization, the IAMC, in the past. Now meet Harrison Akins, a former policy analyst at USCIRF. This man gloats about being mentored by Akbar Ahmed, who's former Pakistan High Commissioner. The direct link to Pakistan emerges. And then there are commissioners at the USCIRF who have been attached to George Soros-linked organizations. The same George Soros who said this.
The biggest and most frightening setback occurred in India, where the democratically elected Narendra Modi created a Hindu nationalist state, imposing punitive measures on Kashmir, a semi-autonomous.
तैयार होकर इकट्ठे होकर रिप्रेजेंटेशन भारतीय जनता पार्टी को उन्होंने दिया है और हमने इस प्रस्ताव को दिल्ली सरकार और एलजी साहब के पास भेज रहे हैं।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप सब लोग भोजन के लिए आमंत्रित हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अलग से पूछ लीजिएगा ना।
And still to come, sources suggest that the Congress is preparing to expel the senior leader Sunil Jakhar after the Congress Disciplinary Committee meeting. And it is a big development in the vaccination drive in India. Covaxin gets approval for children above the age of 6.
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they were trying to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है। और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
Getting you news in brief, Ukraine's foreign minister urged the United Nations chief to press Russia for an evacuation of the besieged port of Mariupol, calling it a step that the world's bodies top diplomat was capable of delivering. The Ukrainian leader also criticized the organization's Secretary General for visiting Moscow before going to Kiev. The British government said that at least 15,000 Russian troops have been killed in Ukraine since Moscow launched its invasion 2 months ago. The British Defence Secretary also said that 25% of Russian combat units sent to Ukraine had been rendered not combat effective. Meanwhile, Russia acknowledged that 1,351 military casualties, with the Defence Secretary adding that Russia had failed in most of its military objectives so far. Russia contradicted the comments made by the US Secretary of State that Russia was failing in its war against Ukraine. The Russia Deputy Ambassador to the United Nations said that Russia had its own strategy, its own aims, and that the war was never meant to be a blitzkrieg. The City Council of Odisha released a video which showed workers continuing to clear rubble following Saturday's missile attack on the city. As an advisor to Ukraine's interior minister said Russian forces fired at least 6 cruise missiles on Odisha, killing 8 people. President Zelensky also promised to find and punish those responsible for the attacks. Ukraine's regional military in the city of Zaporizhia has been strengthening its defensive lines by digging trenches to help ward off the Russian offensive. The regional military administration of the region spokesman said that the city must be protected from all possible directions because it was difficult to ascertain where.
Now, Republic TV is getting you more proof of the Afghanistan terror angle in the Sunjwan encounter. One of the 2 terrorists killed in the encounter was wearing shoes that bore the markings of the US allied forces in Afghanistan. The made in Poland shoes were recovered by the forces during the Sunjwan encounter. This gives more credence to fears that Pakistan is pushing Afghan terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir.
सर ये लगभग कोई 3 से 4 बजे का समय था उस टाइम। तो
सहरी से पहले
सहरी का समय होता हमारा। वो मेरी वाइफ खाना बनाने के लिए किचन में गई और हमारा जो किचन है वो मेन गेट की तरफ से है सामने से, और मेन गेट के बाहर ही हमारे CISF का नाका लगता है और JKP भी साथ में रहती है। तो उस तरफ से आवाज़ आने लगी। मेरी बीबी किचन में उस टाइम आटा वगैरह कुछ गूंद रही थी। इन्होंने कहा मैं ऐसे ऐसे किचन में हूँ। मैंने बोला अगर इधर से आवाज़ आ रही है, जाहिर सी बात है बाहर नाका है, कुछ गड़बड़ है, आप ऐसे करो लाइटें बंद करो और बैक साइड चले जाओ मकान के, आप थोड़ा सेफ रहोगे।
बैक साइड यानी
इस रूम में चले जाओ आप। तो वो इस साइड आ गए। उसके बाद काफ़ी ज़्यादा आवाज़ बढ़ गई, ये डरने लगे। मैंने बोला कुछ नहीं होता है, अब मैं तो नहीं आ पाऊँगा क्योंकि इस टाइम इतनी ज़्यादा फायरिंग हो रही है और रात का समय भी है, तो आप लेटो पीछे, आप ठीक हो, बात हो रही है। इन्होंने बोला बहुत सारी आवाज़ें आ रही हैं लेकिन हम हैं ठीक हैं सुबह तक। फिर 6 बजे के करीब मैं वहाँ से आया तो हमारी फोर्सेस ने मुझे पीछे ही रोक लिया कि आगे खतरा है। मैंने कहा भी वहाँ एक बंदे को कि मेरा घर है सामने। उन्होंने बोला नहीं आप जाओ। फिर जैसे मैं वापस जहाँ दूसरा मकान है मेरा वहाँ पहुँचा तो यहाँ से मेरे घर वालों ने कॉल करी, भाई आप आ जाओ, ऐसे ऐसे मेरे सामने वाली जो बाहर बिल्डिंग है ये मेरे भांजे की है, तो वो भी बेल्ट फोर्स में है। तो उन्होंने बताया, जब आर्मी वाले उनकी छत पे भी गए, भाई ये हमारा घर है अपना, हमारी फैमिली अंदर है। फिर उन्होंने कॉल करके कांटेक्ट करके मेरी फैमिली को आर्मी वालों ने निकाला बाहर।
आर्मी ने जो है वो पूरा सेफ एग्जिट बनाया पहले कॉर्डन करके कि परिवार को कुछ ना हो।
हाँ, मेरे आने से पहले मेरी फैमिली बाहर निकल चुकी थी। जब मैं यहाँ पहुँचा तो इधर चारों तरफ आर्मी ने घेरा हुआ था। तो फिर उसके बाद इन्होंने ड्रोन वगैरह से कुछ इधर चेक किया तो उनको पहले से आइडिया था कि जाहिर सी बात है मेरी छत से उन्होंने उसके ऊपर हमला किया था। बाहर भी पहले कुछ उन्होंने गोलियां चलाई थी जवानों के ऊपर, तो उनको आइडिया था कि वो इसी घर में छुपे हुए हैं। लेकिन आर्मी को इतना क्लियर नहीं था कि ये पीछे वाली साइड है या मेरे घर के अंदर है। तो फिर जब बाद में वो आए, जब फैमिली निकल गई, इनसे पूछताछ की, हमने बोला नहीं पीछे से दरवाजे लोहे वगैरह के वहाँ से अंदर आ नहीं सकते हैं। उसके बाद फिर आर्मी ने हमें वहाँ पीछे ले गए साइड पर और फिर फायरिंग शुरू हो गई। लगभग आधा पौना घंटा फायरिंग चली। उसके बाद आर्मी आ गई इधर घर के अंदर। इन्होंने बोला सारे घर खोलो, मेरे जितने भी लाग शाग हैं, जो आगे पीछे दो सामने की बिल्डिंग है दूसरी साइड है, सारे रूम हमारे चेक किए आर्मी ने वो डाक लेके। उसके बाद ये फिर इधर पीछे आए तो इधर ये मैं घर के अंदर ही था। इस रूम से इन्होंने फिर देखा कि इधर कुछ वो एक बाइपन था, तो एक बंदे की कुछ जिस्मानी पीस थोड़े नज़र आ रहे थे बाहर, तो उसको लेके फिर हमें देखा तो पीछे भेज दिया दोबारा।
Gursimran is joining me live from Jammu. Gursimran, what are security forces telling you? How concerning is this development?
See, this is a really concerning development as far as the security forces are concerned. I spoke to a couple of officers, not only in Jammu and Kashmir police, but also in the Indian Army and the special forces that have carried out this operation. And they are saying that this is worrisome because these two terrorists were highly trained terrorists. It was due to the alertness of the security forces that this attack by the Jaish terrorists have foiled. But they were highly trained terrorists and they have given a tough time to the security forces initially. But due to alertness and the synergy between the multiple forces, be it the CRPF and the 9 para, which is special forces of the Indian Army that carried out this special operation, only they were managed to neutralize these terrorists. And if they have gone to the residential area, they would have caused much damage, and that is somewhat really concerning for the security forces, because what forces feel that if one of the terrorists is Afghan terrorist, and the way they have been trained, and the Pakistan, which always aims to vitiate the peace process and destabilize Jammu and Kashmir, continues to push these kind of Afghan fighters into the Indian territory, then it is going to mount trouble for the security forces. And that's why a foolproof plan is being worked. See, for the past 4 days, even after the visit of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Jammu and Kashmir police officials who are
की जरूरत नहीं है। और आज मीडिया के से एक न्यूज आई कि आदित्य ठाकरे 2 दिन के लिए दिल्ली जा रहे हैं, तो इनके खुद के कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है, इनके खुद के नेता संजय राउत का सुनते नहीं है, तो संजय राउत को मुझे लगता है कि हर बात का जवाब देना जरूरी नहीं है।
Right, even as we speak, of course, Kirit Somaiya's statement has been recorded in camera at the police station. Now, this is the latest that we are getting as far as this is concerned. Now, earlier, of course, Mohit Kamboj has said that the way he was attacked and the FIR was not even filed is something that needs to be investigated. Attempt to murder was not filed. No action was taken against the attacker. So that is the response that we've got from Mohit Kamboj so far on this. But even as we are bringing you this update, we are now learning that an in-camera statement of Kirit Somaiya is being recorded by the Khar police. He is currently at the Khar police station where his statement is being recorded.
पर उन्होंने बताया है कि आखिर मौजूदा स्थिति बनी है तो बनी कैसे हुई है। मोहित कंबोज की देखिए ये तस्वीरें इस वक्त की हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। बातचीत देखिए उन्होंने अभी यहाँ पर जब की तो ये बोला, उन्होंने उनकी ओर से ये कहा गया कि ये जो रवैया है सरकार का वो बिल्कुल भी ठीक नहीं है और इसी वजह से इस तरह की स्थिति भी बनी हुई है। मोहित कंबोज खुद देखिए लगातार किरीट सोमैया के समर्थन में वो यहाँ पर नजर आते हैं। उनका ये कहना है कि एफआईआर उन्होंने भी जब दर्ज कराने की कोशिश की थी, जब उनके ऊपर हमला किया था तब भी एफआईआर जो है तब दर्ज नहीं की गई थी। सरकार क्या किस तरह से दबाव बना रही है कि पुलिस अपना काम यहाँ पर नहीं कर रही है। इस वक्त अंदर मौजूद है किरीट सोमैया। एक तस्वीर लगातार रिपब्लिक भारत आप तक पहुंचाएगा। जब वो बाहर निकलेंगे क्या कुछ कहते हैं, लगातार हमारी निगाहें बनी हुई हैं। देखते रहिए रिपब्लिक भारत।
All right, so Samiksha is also on the location right now. Samiksha, give us a sense of what's happening around you. Mohit Kamboj also there.
Absolutely, Nupur. So we have Mohit Kamboj here, who's also present, who's come out in support of Kirit Somaiya, who's currently recording his statement inside the Khar police station. And there we have the visuals we are showing you right now. BJP leader Mohit Kamboj, who's also come out in support of Kirit Somaiya. In fact, remember, just yesterday we had Kirit Somaiya. In fact, day before yesterday, we had Kirit Somaiya, who had also filed a complaint and FIR. He got an FIR registered after he's alleged that there was an attack on him by the Shiv Sena goons, and now he has come out in support of BJP leader Kirit Somaiya, who has also alleged an attack by the Shiv Sena goons. What Mohit Kamboj essentially said is that the state of the situation in Maharashtra right now is similar to a state of emergency. There is no law and order in place right now, complete mayhem, and saying that it demands for a complete, it demands a strict action on some action on part of the Maharashtra police. So now we just had Kirit Somaiya. We showed the visuals also of him recording his statement inside the Khar police station. His statement, in fact, is being recorded as well on camera. We'll just go across and try to talk to him as well.
जिस तरह से पुलिसिंग चल रही है महाराष्ट्र में, हम सब लोगों ने देखा है कि गुनाह होने के बाद एफआईआर दर्ज नहीं होती, एफआईआर दर्ज होने के बाद कार्रवाई नहीं होती, और बात एफआईआर दर्ज होने के एफआईआर दर्ज होने के बाद मैं देता आपको बाइट देता हूँ मैं। एफआईआर दर्ज होने के बाद कार्रवाई नहीं होती। दूसरा, जिस तरह से पवार साहब के घर के बाहर एसटी आंदोलन वालों ने हल्ला गुल्ला किया था उसका मैं निंदा करता हूँ, लेकिन कैसे उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई हुई और सबको अरेस्ट किया गया, लेकिन आज तक उनको बेल नहीं मिली। और नवनीत राणा के घर के बाहर शिवसेना वालों ने गाली गलौज करके पुलिस की बैरिकेडिंग तोड़कर जिस तरह से हल्ला गुल्ला किया, उनको 16 लोग को अरेस्ट करने के बाद तुरंत छोड़ दिया गया। ये खुद दिखता है किस तरह की पुलिसिंग महाराष्ट्र में हो रही है। कॉम्प्रोमाइज पुलिसिंग पूरे महाराष्ट्र में चालू है। मैं खुद उस दिन रात को वहाँ पे मौजूद था। जिस तरह से एफआईआर की कलम लगनी चाहिए थी वहाँ पे कलम लगी नहीं। किरीट भाई का स्टेटमेंट जैसा लेना चाहिए था वैसा स्टेटमेंट लिया नहीं गई। फैब्रिकेशन ऑफ एफआईआर हमने पहले भी देखा। सेंटा क्रूज पुलिस स्टेशन में मैं एफआईआर करा रहा था। सीनियर ने एफआईआर लेने के बाद जब वहाँ पे 307 की धारा लग गई थी, 307 की धारा लगने के बाद सीनियर आके मुझे बोलते हैं कि ऊपर से फोन आया है, ये धारा यहाँ पे हटानी पड़ेगी। लेकिन दिन भर का आंदोलन करने के बाद रात को मुझे एफआईआर दी गई। उसी तरह से नवनीत राणा के ऊपर एक केस करने के बाद दोबारा धाराएं बढ़ती हैं। खार पुलिस स्टेशन में जिस तरह की घटना हुई, यहाँ पे हाई लेवल इंक्वायरी होम मिनिस्ट्री में डिमांड की गई है। मेरा ऐसा स्पष्ट मानना है होम सेक्रेटरी को स्पेशली यहाँ पे खार पुलिस स्टेशन में जो अधिकारी उपलब्ध थे सब पे हाई लेवल कमेटी बैठा के यहाँ की इनकी ऊपर जांच होनी चाहिए।
सबको कहा गया है कि सख्त से सख्त एक्शन लेना होगा, इसी तरह की स्थिति फिर बनती है, ऐसे हमला कर दिया जाता है।
100% अगर जेड सिक्योरिटी सेंटर ने प्रोवाइड की है, सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करने के बाद भी अगर किसी जेड प्रोटेक्टी को जिस तरह से 3-3 बार स्टेट में हमले होते हैं, वो एक बहुत ही गहरा बहुत गंभीर विषय है। उस विषय के अंदर अगर लॉ एंड ऑर्डर स्टेट का खराब नहीं हो और प्रोटेक्टी की सिक्योरिटी के लिए भी अगर कॉम्प्रोमाइज सीआईएसएफ करती है कि भाई कहीं पे भी उन्होंने रिटेलिएट किया, ऐसा नहीं हो जाए कि सामने किसी को भी उसमें वार पे चोट लगे। लेकिन बार बार अगर इस तरह की घटना होगी, मेरा स्पष्ट मानना है कि सिक्योरिटी दी गई है, उनकी जान को हमेशा खतरा है और रिटेलिएट अभी उनको अगर इस तरह की गुंडागर्दी होकर उनके ऊपर हमला होता है, कहीं ना कहीं एक्शन लेना पड़ेगा।
एक तरफ चोट आई है, दूसरी तरफ जो शिवसेना के नेता हैं वो बार बार कह रहे हैं, महाविकास आघाड़ी के नेता कह रहे हैं कि जो चोट लगी है वो सच है या झूठ, इसकी भी जांच होनी चाहिए।
अभी देखिए ऐसा है कि आज सीसीटीवी फुटेज कैमरा में सब कुछ रिकॉर्डेड था। वहाँ पे किस तरह से शीशा टूटा, उनको पत्थर लगे, सब कुछ वो घटनाक्रम पूरा रिकॉर्डेड है और पूरा घटनाक्रम पुलिस स्टेशन के अंदर हुआ। ऐसा नहीं है कि पूरा घटनाक्रम पुलिस स्टेशन के बाहर हुआ। ये सब देख किस तरह की कॉम्प्रोमाइज पुलिसिंग महाराष्ट्र में चालू है, किस तरह से सरकार के दबाव के अंदर मुंबई के सीपी काम कर रहे हैं। ये विषय बहुत दिन से हम देख रहे हैं, आज का विषय नहीं है। दरेकर साहब पे एफआईआर हो, प्रसाद लाड के ऊपर हो, फैब्रिकेशन नारायण राणे साहब के ऊपर हो, जब ये सीपी साहब डीजी थे उस समय भी फैब्रिकेशन एफआईआर किरिट सोमैया के ऊपर हमले हुए। ये यहाँ पे सीपी बन के आए, सीपी बनने के बाद भी किस तरह से यहाँ पर केसेस हुए, बहुत से केसेस, एक केसेस की बात नहीं है। कोर्ट ने भी संज्ञान लिया है, तुरंत बेल मिलती है भारतीय जनता पार्टी को, क्योंकि जितने फैब्रिकेशन होता है वो कोर्ट में टिकता नहीं है। अभी भी नवनीत राणा के ऊपर जैसे 2 एफआईआर हुई, दूसरी एफआईआर भी सेम ऑफेंस के लिए 2-2 एफआईआर रजिस्टर होती है। तो ये खुद में सब लोग, पूरे महाराष्ट्र की जनता, पूरे देश में यहाँ पे किस तरह का एक दुरुपयोग मुंबई पे पुलिसिंग का चालू है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं को आवाज़ दबाने के लिए या आप घर पे बीएमसी भेज दो, नहीं तो आप फैब्रिकेशन केस करो। और अब तो 3rd लेवल पे बात चली गई है, रोड के ऊपर मॉब लिंचिंग करने की घटना। प्रोटेक्शन के अंदर मॉब लिंचिंग होता है। मेरे ऊपर जिस तरह से 22 तारीख को मातोश्री के सिग्नल पे, कला नगर पे, आज इतना सेंसिटिव एरिया पे अगर 500-500 लोग इकट्ठे होकर मॉब लिंचिंग की घटना करते हैं, गाली गलौज करते हैं और अभी तक उसमें 4 दिन में कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया जाता है, तो ये कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं तो और क्या है। मतलब कानून व्यवस्था सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए, क्या कानून व्यवस्था ये सरकार में बैठे हुए लोगों के लिए नहीं है? धारा 144 लगी थी, धारा 144 का उल्लंघन करते हुए उद्धव ठाकरे खुद वहाँ पे कलानगर पहुँचे, तो क्या मुंबई पुलिस उद्धव ठाकरे पे एफआईआर लेगी कि धारा 144 का उन्होंने उल्लंघन किया? देखिए, ये सरकार के खुद लोग बैठे, मुख्यमंत्री के खुद लोग बैठे और शिवसेना वाले यहाँ पर गुंडागर्दी रोड पे करते हैं, पत्थरबाजी करते हैं, उनके ऊपर कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया जाता है। 22 मिनट के अंदर मुंबई के पूर्व मेयर को अरेस्ट किया जाता है और बेल दी जाती है। पूरे घंटे में 22 मिनट के अंदर वो अरेस्ट होते हैं और बेल मिलती है, तो ये कॉम्प्रोमाइज पुलिसिंग नहीं तो और क्या है? किस तरह से फेवर दिया जाता है?
saying it's a ploy by the BJP to destabilize MVA government.
देखिए क्यों डिस्टेबलाइज करेगी? आपके पास सत्ता है, आप जिस तरह से यहाँ पे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर हाथ में ले रहे हैं, उसकी अगर कोई आवाज उठाए बात करे तो ये डिस्टेबलाइज है। अगर आपको ही लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं आपके अंदर डिस्टेबलाइज है, कहीं आपके लोग नाराज हैं क्योंकि आप अपनी आइडियोलॉजी को खुल चुके हैं, आप कहीं ना कहीं आपने कहीं ना कहीं भ्रष्टाचार आपका जो उजागर हो रहा है, कोविड का मिसमैनेजमेंट हो या पूरे महाराष्ट्र में जिस तरह से भ्रष्टाचार उजागर हो रहा है, वो खुद देख रहे हैं कि कैसे उनकी गवर्नमेंट में लोगों की नाराजगी है और वो अभी भांडा भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे डिस्टेबलाइज का फोड़ना ये पूरा गलत है।
So there you heard Mohit.
कैमरे का इस्तेमाल करते हुए यहाँ पर जो FIR है, जब वो दर्ज कर रहे थे, अपनी शिकायत यहाँ पर दर्ज करा रहे थे, तो उस दौरान कैमरे ऑन रिकॉर्ड बाकायदा यहाँ पर पूरी की पूरी शिकायत जो है इस तरह से दर्ज की गई है। मोहित कंबोज के गंभीर आरोप जो हैं वो यहाँ पर आपने सुने और अभी फिलहाल देखिए, आप तस्वीरें देख सकते।
Now of Kirit Somaiya was just here. Just 2 minutes back, he was outside. In fact, we just spoke to Mohit Kamboj as well, who has come out in support of Kirit Somaiya, saying that there's a state of emergency in the state of Maharashtra and law and order situation has gone for a complete chaos toss. He also went on to say that it's all the attack that took place, that happened on Kirit Somaiya as well as on him, were the goons that were sent. They were sent by the Shiv Sena, so making a serious charge there against the MVA government. Also going on to counter the allegations that were made by the Shiv Sena earlier that it's a ploy by the BJP to destabilize the Mahagadi government. And there we had Mohit Kamboj saying that all of this is a farce and that yes, the Mumbai Police, in fact, he alleged, is working at the behest of the Maharashtra government. So some serious charges there being levelled by Mohit Kamboj, the BJP leader, who also filed and got an FIR registered after there was an attack on him near Matoshri just before the attack happened on Kirit Somaiya. So there we have, Mohit Kamboj, who has come to the Khar police station in support of Kirit Somaiya, who is currently inside getting an FIR registered. His statement was being recorded on camera as well. We showed that still of his statement that was being recorded on the camera. He's getting an FIR registered. What Kirit Somaiya has alleged, that there is a criminal conspiracy behind this. He has claimed threat to life. Mohit Kamboj saying that it demands for a serious inquiry because there is a breach of law and order situation. This of course happens in the backdrop of all the Hanuman Chalisa face-off that has escalated in all these days. The attack on Kirit Somaiya happened when he had gone to visit Navneet Rana as well as Ravi Rana at the Khar police station, and when he was coming out, there were stones pelted on his car, there were stones pelted on him. We saw those visuals also in which we saw that wound on his face. The window panes were completely shattered as well. He demanded a serious inquiry. He's been given a security cover as well by the centre. Just yesterday he led a BJP delegation to the national capital to meet the Union Home Secretary, where they've sought, now what we've seen is that the centre has sought a report as well from the Maharashtra government over the attack that happened on Kirit Somaiya. Currently he's inside getting his statement recorded. It's been over an hour now that he's getting his statement recorded. An FIR registered against the Mumbai Police. He's also made grave allegations against the Mumbai Police, saying that the Mumbai Police is working at the behest of Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, and some very, very grave allegations there being levelled by not just Kirit Somaiya, by Mohit Kamboj as well, who is currently at the Khar police station, has come out in support of Kirit Somaiya, who's getting an FIR registered. Is what Kirit Somaiya has alleged, that he was attacked by 70 to 80 Shiv Sena activists on Saturday when he had gone to meet Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana at the Khar police station when they were arrested. The duo, the Ranas, were arrested after an FIR was registered against them under sections 153A of the IBC. Just a short while back, Mohit Kamboj, who was speaking to Republic, said that there have been 2 FIRs registered against the duo, against Navneet Rana as well as Ravi Rana. A sedition charge has also been slapped against the duo, going on to say that the Mumbai police is working at the behest of the Maharashtra government. Very, very serious allegations there, and the centre having sought a report as well from the Maharashtra government over the incident that unfolded in which Kirit Somaiya was attacked by the Shiv Sena activists, allegedly attacked the Maharashtra government. In fact, there was a statement also that was made by the Maharashtra Home Minister Dilip Walse Patil, in which he said that an inquiry has also been initiated with respect to that particular incident. So yes, it remains to be seen what happens next. A high drama unfolding. It's a high-octane drama that is currently unfolding in Maharashtra. A political showdown. This coming in the backdrop of Navneet Rana and Ravi.
Well, news is coming in. A cowardly terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Baramulla has left 4 of our brave hearts injured. But while the attack might have left the Jawans injured, the spirit and zest remains undeterred. Here is our tribute to our forces.
You're fine. Nothing will happen to you. You're aware, no? And the doctors told you? Yeah. पूरी आंखें निकल गई. All right. All fine. I think 5 years. I think we're spending that control. Control the space of the. I think we're going for Hanuman. कहाँ पे? Kulgam. अबे तेरे वाले ऑपरेशन. 99% is your fire, which is he was the one who was rushing out. Sir. Crawl करके बाहर आना. Crawl करके बाहर आना. सिर्फ तेरे को पाया ना? That you were able to. Yes, a lot of people thinking कि निकल गए, but they are all under trap. It's a great action. Well done. I'm sure you'll be up and about. Should be in no time. Well done. You're fine. Nothing will happen to you. You're aware, no? And the doctors told you? Yeah. पूरी आंखें निकल गई. All right. All fine. I think 5 years. I think we're spending that control the space of the. I think we're going for Hanuman. कहाँ पे? Kulgam. अबे तेरे वाले ऑपरेशन. 99% is your fire, which is. He was the one who was rushing out. Sir. Crawl करके बाहर आना. Crawl करके बाहर आना. सिर्फ तेरे को पाया ना? That you were able to. Yes, a lot of people thinking कि निकल गए, but they are all under trap. It's a great action. Well done. I'm sure you'll be up and about. Should be in no time.
This is the area where this encounter took place. 2 terrorists were killed. Security forces found the shoes that was being worn by one of the terrorists that had a clear marking of made in Poland, and these were the same shoes that were used by US allied forces in Afghanistan.
And well, it's time for us to slip into a very short break here, and a quick reminder of what Republic is tracking. We continue telling you about the Sunjwan terror attack and how there is a direct Afghanistan terror link to the attack now. Getting in more details on what Republic has been able to unearth. Made in Poland imprint on terrorist shoe recovered. More details on the other side. And sources suggest Congress is preparing to expel senior leader Sunil Jakhar after Congress disciplinary committee meet. That's underway.
11,000 placements last year At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
अभी तक हाँ मैं बाहर में अंदर था लोग बोलने को जाने होने चाहिए.
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When we checked, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं. रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया. उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा हमको. झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया. झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल.
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात आपल्या घरात ठेवाव्यात.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता. और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
There is an update on the loudspeaker controversy. Now this is ACS home Avnish Awasthi of Uttar Pradesh, who has sought the report from all the police in charge of Uttar Pradesh regarding the removal of illegal loudspeaker at all the religious places, and the timeline which is given is April 30. One more thing which has been made clear by the ACS home Avnish Awasthi is that if anybody failed to submit the report till date given, then action will be taken. We are continuously seeing that how the loudspeaker controversy is raising day by day. We have seen how the clashes and the war of words was witnessed in the state of Maharashtra when the action reaches to the national capital. And now this is Uttar Pradesh government and ACS home Avnish Awasthi, who himself is keeping a very tight eye on the situation, and the date for the submission of the report is going to be on April 30. With video journalist Mahendra, I'm Anuj, and this is Republic.
Look at the entire political spectrum. Every single political party in the country has aligned with one agency or another, and we have chosen to align with IPAC. Now, Prashant Kishor and what he chooses to do as an individual with, in the political land.
Thanks for staying with us here on Republic TV. I'm Kirit Somaiya, and we continue tracking the latest as far as the Maharashtra political crisis is concerned. On one hand, you have the Rana couple who have suffered a setback again as the Sessions Court has now given time to the Mumbai Police to file a reply till the 29th of this month. More details on that. First up, these are the top headlines we're tracking this afternoon. No relief for Navneet and Ravi Rana. Police given time till April 29 to respond on the bail plea. Sources suggest MHA seeks report on letter sent by Navneet Rana on inhumane treatment by the police. CISF takes serious note of attack on Kirit Somaiya. CISF sources say they might have to open fire if Kirit is attacked again. Kirit Somaiya registers new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by Maharashtra police. Afghan terror angle emerges to Jammu encounter made in Poland imprint on terrorist shoe. Republic impact in Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school soon. Sources suggest Congress is preparing to expel senior leader Sunil Jakhar after Congress disciplinary committee meet. Big development in the vaccine drive. Covaxin gets approval for kids above the age of 6. And yet another breaking news reaction coming in. Working President of Uttar Pradesh Congress Committee, Hardik Patel, spoke exclusively to Republic, and he made a big allegation, said he is being ignored by the Congress party. Not first such statement that is coming in from Hardik Patel. He has accused the state leadership of not helping him out. Listen into this latest allegation made by Hardik Patel once again.
तो हार्दिक, कांग्रेस के साथ में क्या दिक्कत आ गई? क्योंकि आपने कहा कि कई चीज़ों पे सहमति थी और काफ़ी बार आप नाखुश भी दिख रहे थे कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ में, लोकल लीडरशिप के साथ में।
देखिए, मेरी नाराज़गी वैचारिक रूप से या संगठन के रूप से, स्टेट लीडरशिप से है, ऐसा नहीं है। लेकिन कुछ चीज़ ऐसी होती है कि जब हम लोगों के बीच जाते हैं, लगातार घूमते रहते हैं, तो अच्छे लोग मिलते हैं जो पार्टी में कई सालों से काम करते हैं, लेकिन उनको सही जगह नहीं मिलती, उनको सही मौका नहीं मिलता। उसके कारण उसके जो मोरल होता है वो डाउन हो जाता है। तो हम पार्टी को कहते हैं कि ऐसे लोगों को आप जगह दीजिए। दूसरा, प्रदेश का कोई इम्पोर्टेंट आप मीटिंग करते हो तो उसमें आप हम लोगों को बुलाइए। आई एम वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट। अगर वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट की कोई अहमति ही नहीं है तो फिर ये पद का मतलब क्या?
आर यू सेइंग आपको इग्नोर किया जा रहा था कांग्रेस पार्टी?
वो तो पार्टी में रहेगा क्योंकि आई एम यंग, 28 ईयर्स ओल्ड। बाकी सब लोग हैं वो काफ़ी पुराने हैं, 30-30, 35-35 साल की उनकी पॉलिटिक्स है। तो कभी अनसिक्योरिटी फील होता है तो उसके कारण हम जैसे लोगों को ये परेशानी झेलनी पड़ती है। लेकिन देखिए, चिंता ये बात नहीं है कि हम ये करने वाले, हम कहीं जाने वाले नहीं, हम यहीं पर हैं। और मैंने पहले भी कहा कि प्रियंका जी या राहुल जी से हमारी नाराज़गी नहीं है। हम उनके भरोसे ही तो पार्टी में जुड़े थे। ऐसा था कि वो हमें प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे। हमने मेहनत की है। हम 20 साल के थे तब 2015 में यहाँ पंचायत के चुनाव हुआ, पूरी तरह से कांग्रेस को सफलता मिली पूरे प्रदेश में। उसके बाद 17 का चुनाव हुआ, एक बेहतर पोजीशन पे विपक्ष की भूमिका में आई। हमने दौड़े हैं, मेहनत की, हम जेल गए हैं, हमने बहुत सारी अपमान झेले, हमने बदनामी झेली है और उसके साथ साथ प्यार भी पाया। तो वो प्यार कहीं ना कहीं विपक्ष की भूमिका में कांग्रेस को मिला है। तो हम यही चाहते थे कि एक आने वाले दिनों में प्रदेश में एक नई उम्मीद कायम हो। लेकिन कुछ लोग हैं कि जो उस उम्मीद को कायम न करने के लिए प्रयास करते हैं।
किरीट सोमैया जो है खार पुलिस स्टेशन से, देखिए इस वक्त फिलहाल बाहर निकले हैं।
थामना, 1 मिनट थामना। रुको जरा, शांति रखो, शांति रखो। ठीक है जा। क्यों कर रहे हो यार? ये क्या हर कल्ला क्या कर देते हैं यार? All right, on your screens, what you do see are visuals from outside the Khar police station in Mumbai. Now, BJP leader Kirit Somaiya can be seen stepping out of the Khar police station. He's also just a few minutes ago taken to Twitter and he's put out his complaint copy. He says, Khar police station has registered my complaint against police officials who registered a fake FIR in my name of Khar assault. It's criminal conspiracy to protect Shiv Sena Gundas who tried to kill me. So yes, a fresh complaint that has now been filed by Kirit Somaiya, and Samiksha continues to report on that from outside the Khar police station. Samiksha, we do see a lot of media presence there outside the Khar police station. What's going on? We are being told that now Kirit Somaiya, after having filed this fresh complaint, has walked out of the Khar police station.
मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर ने उद्धव ठाकरे जी के कहने पर मेरी एफआईआर रजिस्टर करने से इनकार कर दिया है। आज ये बात सिद्ध हो चुकी है कि मुखार पुलिस स्टेशन ने मान्य किया कि किरीट सोमैया के नाम पर एक अनसाइंड एफआईआर मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नरेट ने यहाँ भेजी थी और वह अधिकृत एफआईआर करके खार पुलिस ने कार्यवाही शुरू कर दी थी। यानी मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर किस प्रकार की फोर्जरी और चीटिंग कर सकते हैं, इसका बेस्ट नमूना आज जनता के सामने आ गया। जो एफआईआर मीडिया में जो रिलीज की गई है, जो पुलिस कमिश्नर ने अपनी वेबसाइट में डाली, वो एफआईआर पे किरीट सोमैया की साइन नहीं है और इसके लिए वो एफआईआर लीगल नहीं है, ये खार पुलिस कमिश्नर ने कबूल किया है। तो सबसे पहली मेरी डिमांड है, इस प्रकार की फर्जी एफआईआर मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर ने रजिस्टर्ड करवाई, उस पुलिस कमिश्नर के खिलाफ क्रिमिनल इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए। ज्या पद्धतीने या प्रांगणात मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर यांच्या गायडन्सच्या अंतर्गत या इथे 70-80 शिवसेना गुंडांनी माझ्यावर प्राणघातक हल्ला केला होता, ते प्रकरण दाबण्यासाठी
the way police has registered a fake FIR on the complaint which is filed by me. So that was the reason today I came to police station to register a new FIR on those police officials who registered a fake FIR again. This was nothing but to save the Shiv Sena gundas who attacked on me.
ती फेक एफआईआर च्या आधारावर संजय पांडेनी कारवाई सुरू केली। आज मी इथे आलो।
So the fake FIR which was registered by Mumbai Police, and on that basis the Mumbai CP Sunjay has started its investigation.
यांच्याकडे जे एफआईआर यांनी रजिस्टर्ड करून कारवाई सुरू केली आहे त्याच्यावर किरीट सोमैया
clearly indicates the fake FIR which was registered, and that was the reason that the Shiv Sena was not been arrested and the investigation was not in a proper way.
क्रिमिनल प्रोसिजर कोड आईपीसी सेक्शन 154 च्या अंतर्गत एफआईआर वर किरीट सोमैयाची सही हवी होती, काय मुंबई पोलीस कमिशनरला माहित नाही? मग विदाउट सिग्नेचरची एफआईआर मुंबई पोलीस कमिशनरने रजिस्टर केली आहे, हे उद्धव ठाकरेच्या गुंडांना वाचवण्यासाठी केली आहे। आज 2 तास खार पोलीस स्टेशननी मला बसवलं, एफआईआर घेतो हे सांगितलं आणि मुंबई पोलीस कमिशनरचा फोन आला म्हणून ते सगळे कागद फाडून टाकले। मुंबई पोलीस कमिशनरची माफियागिरी चालू देणार नाही। उद्धव ठाकरेच्या गुंडांनी इथे पोलीस स्टेशनच्या प्रांगणात जो माझा जीव घेण्याचा प्रयत्न केला होता।
So Kirit Somaiya saying that the Shiv Sena gundas who tried to kill me, but the fake FIR was registered by Mumbai Police, and Mumbai CP Sunjay Pandey was investigating in the same way the same FIR which was registered, which was the fake FIR, and also we can see there were police officials who were involved, and that was the reason today I came to Khar police station to record my statement, and I demanded. Okay. So this is Kirit Somaiya, BJP leader, who came to Khar police station and I have my colleague Samiksha, who is standing right outside the Khar police station. Samiksha, if you can give it the sense what exactly has been mentioned in the FIR that is freshly registered by Khar police and the complaint given by Kirit Somaiya.
Well, Alisha, we are outside the Khar police station where Kirit Somaiya just got an FIR registered. He said that police refused to file FIR in my case. He went on to say that I'm concerned for my client. In fact, this is the order, this is the copy that I have accessed, which says that I'm concerned for my client Kirit Somaiya, ex-member of parliament, that my client is an ex-member of parliament, a social worker and a social activist, that my client has raised many issues pertaining to corruption and has also exposed people who have indulged in corruption as well. This in pursuit.
The fake FIR. अगर शिवसेना के गुंडों की गुंडागिरी ये आप लोगों के कारण जो लाइव शो चल रहा था ये लोगों के हाथ सामने आ गई, इसीलिए उद्धव ठाकरे डरते हैं और ऑफिशियल FIR नहीं लेते हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे को अपने माफिया गैंग के खिलाफ FIR देनी पड़ेगी।
सर, टोमॅटो सॉस बाबत काय म्हणाल? टोमॅटो सॉस लावला असं म्हणताय। टोमॅटो सॉस आणि जखम सुपरफिशियल बोलतायत।
ऐसा है कि मुंबई पुलिस और शिवसेना और ठाकरे सरकार डरती है और इसके लिए लीगल FIR ही नहीं लेती है। एक मिनट मेरी माँ, पहले उसने इलीगल काम किया, ये तो सिद्ध हो चुका। ये तो सिद्ध, एक मिनट, उन्होंने इलीगल FIR रजिस्टर्ड किया, आपको सर्कुलेट की, उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई शुरू की, और वो FIR इलीगल है, पुलिस ने कबूल किया। वो FIR मेरी साइन नहीं है और इसके लिए ये माफियागिरी करते। ठाकरे सरकार को जो करना है करे, उनके लिए मैदान ओपन है। हम इस प्रकार की बोगस बातों से डरते नहीं है और इसके लिए ये सब स्पोक्स पर्सन उद्धव ठाकरे इशू डाइवर्ट करना चाहते हैं। अगर एक मिनट आपके प्रश्न का जवाब, अगर किरीट सोमैया ने कोई गलत किया, जो करना है करो, लेकिन आपके माफिया गुंडों ने जान लेने की हरकत की और बोगस FIR किरीट सोमैया के नाम पे दर्ज की, ये खार पुलिस ने एक्सेप्ट किया है, उनके पर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। आम्ही आमचं सगळं स्टेटमेंट रजिस्टर्ड केल्यानंतर FIR नोंदवली आणि ते नोंदल्यानंतर त्यांनी कॅन्सल केली। याचा अर्थ आम्ही उद्या राज्यपालाने भेटणार, मी आपल्या सगळ्यांना स्पष्टता करतो। एक मिनिट, सगळ्यांना स्पष्टता करतो, ते काय सांगतात त्यांना जे करायचं करू द्या।
खोटी आहे असा आरोप केला गेलाय। संजय राऊतांनी आरोप केली जाणार आहे, त्याची सुपरफिशियल जखम होती का?
त्यांना किरीट सोमैयाबद्दलची इन्क्वायरी इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन करायचं असेल, खुशाल करावं, उत्तर मिळालं तुम्हाला। आता माझा प्रश्नाचा उत्तर उद्धव ठाकरेमध्ये हिंमत असेल तर द्यावी। त्यांनी माझ्या नावाने तुम्हाला FIR पाठवली आहेत, कॉपी तुमच्याकडे आलेली आहेत। ती FIR अनसाइंड आहे, आज पोलीस स्टेशनने कबूल केलं। ती FIR त्यांनी जे कारवाई केली आहे चुकीची आहे ते त्यांनी कबूल केलं। मग ज्या पोलीस कमिशनरनी FIR इथे पाठवली, बोगस FIR, त्याच्यावर कारवाई झाली पाहिजे।
Well, this was BJP leader Kirit Somaiya, who is just registered a FIR against the police official who registered, because Kirit Somaiya claims that earlier the police official which registered an FIR was a bogus FIR, and that was the reason where Kirit Somaiya today reached to the Khar police station and registered a fresh FIR against the police official. Kirit Somaiya, who was talking to the media, clearly stated at first where the complaint which was filed on the assault which has been made by Shiv Sena goons, but the FIR was bogus. We will keep rolling on this story continuously. Our reporter are there live on field. We will be back after a short break.
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवाव्यात.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता. और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they were trying to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble, and that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है. और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है. यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है. सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी. उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है.
Getting you news in brief, Ukraine's foreign minister urged the United Nations chief to press Russia for an evacuation of the besieged port of Mariupol, calling it a step that the world's body's top diplomat was capable of delivering. The Ukrainian leader also criticized the organization's Secretary General for visiting Moscow before going to Kiev. The British government said that at least 15,000 Russian troops have been killed in Ukraine since Moscow launched its invasion 2 months ago. The British Defense Secretary also said that 25% of Russian combat units sent to Ukraine had been rendered not combat effective. Meanwhile, Russia acknowledged that 1,351 military casualties, with the Defense Secretary adding that Russia had failed in most of its military objectives so far. Russia contradicted the comments made by the US Secretary of State that Russia was failing in its war against Ukraine. The Russia Deputy Ambassador to the United Nations said that Russia had its own strategy, its own aims, and that the war was never meant to be a blitzkrieg. The City Council of Odisha released a video which showed workers continuing to clear rubble following Saturday's missile attack on the city. As an advisor to Ukraine's Interior Minister said Russian forces fired at least 6
This is the area where this encounter took place. 2 terrorists were killed. Security forces found the shoes that was being worn by one of the terrorists that had a clear marking of made in Poland, and these were the same shoes that were used by US allied forces in Afghanistan.
You're watching Republic TV. I am Shivangi Shukla. Lots lined up for you in this bulletin. Now remember, these are visuals of Kirit Somaiya. He has just come out of the Khar police station after registering a complaint against a bogus FIR. We'll get you all those details. But first, the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Okay, so before we go to the headlines, you can see those visuals there. Just a few moments back, Kirit Somaiya had spoken, in fact, to the media, talking about what happened. He has registered an FIR, it was a bogus FIR registered against him, and he has made a complaint to the police station there.
An unsigned FIR has been registered and Mumbai Police Commissioner started action. Now they are exposed here. Khar police station registered my statement and FIR for 105 minutes. And after that, a phone comes and they scrap the registered FIR, registered statement. But Mumbai Police today accepted the FIR which Mumbai Police shown as an legal FIR is illegal. That Mumbai Police accepted it because it is an unsigned FIR, it is a fake FIR. अगर शिवसेना के गुंडों की गुंडागिरी ये आप लोगों के कारण जो लाइव शो चल रहा था ये लोगों के हाथ सामने आ गई, इसीलिए उद्धव ठाकरे डरते हैं और ऑफिशियल FIR नहीं लेते हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे को अपने माफिया गैंग के खिलाफ FIR देनी पड़ेगी। An unsigned FIR has been registered and Mumbai Police Commissioner started action. Now they are exposed here. Khar police station registered my statement and FIR for 105 minutes. And after that a phone comes and they scrap the registered FIR, registered statement. But Mumbai Police today accepted the FIR which Mumbai Police shown as an legal FIR is illegal. That Mumbai Police accepted it because it is an unsigned FIR, it is a fake FIR. अगर शिवसेना के गुंडों की गुंडागिरी ये आप लोगों के कारण जो लाइव शो चल रहा था ये लोगों के हाथ सामने आ गई, इसीलिए उद्धव ठाकरे डरते हैं और ऑफिशियल FIR नहीं लेते हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे को अपने माफिया गैंग के खिलाफ FIR देनी पड़ेगी।
All right, you just heard Kirit Somaiya speaking there just a few moments back. He had spoken again. We played that bite of his where he was speaking about that action should be taken against police commissioner for coming up with fake FIR. Remember that Kirit Somaiya had said last night, he had tweeted that there was a bogus FIR which was being circulated by the Mumbai police. And we just heard Kirit Somaiya, after recording his statement at the Khar police station, he just came out and made a couple of points to the media present there where he said that action should be taken against the police commissioner. All right, some more breaking news coming in at this point of time after Amravati Police and Home Minister said there was no stone pelting at Ravi Rana's house in Amravati. CCTV footage was released on behalf of Navneet Rana and it was said that the city chief of Shiv Sena threw stones at the house and his proof is this of CCTV. Well, I'm joining by my colleague Alisha who's getting us the latest on this breaking story. Alisha, over to you.
Well, yes, a statement was released by Amravati Police and Home Minister that there were no stone pelting at the house of Navneet or Ravi Rana respectively, whether it is his resident or his office. But the video, the CCTV footage that is being shared by Navneet Rana office stating that there was a stone pelting by the Shiv Sainiks at her office in Amravati. So this is a clear statement and a CCTV proof which has been shared by Navneet Rana by her team, stating that even if the Home Minister denied, stating there were no stone pelting that has happened with the Shiv Sena, or even the Amravati police has clearly denied, stating that the stone pelting never happened. But the CCTV footage is clearly giving an intention and giving a picture of how Shiv Sainik right during the time when Navneet and Ravi Rana was about to reach to the Matushri to recite Hanuman Chalisa, and there was anger among the Shiv Sena and they actually went to Navneet and Ravi Rana office in Amravati and they stone pelted there.
Well, Alisha, now we can see that there's a major showdown in Mumbai. On one hand, Kirit Somaiya had gone to meet the Ranas when he, of course, there was where he filed the complaint later on about the violence, which was, he was at the receiving end of. And now we are seeing one more side to this, where we are seeing that after Amravati Police and Home Minister said that there's no stone pelting at Ravi Rana's house, the CCTV footage was released on behalf of Navneet Rana, and it was said that the city chief of Shiv Sena threw stones at the house. So we are seeing a huge political showdown in Maharashtra.
Well, yes, this is a clear proof of how Shiv Sainik, and that too the city chief who went along with the Shiv Sainik, went to Navneet Rana's residence in Amravati and stone pelted there, even after the Amravati Police and Home Minister clearly gave a statement stating that there were no stone pelting ever happened. But yes, even as you rightly pointed out, the political drama which has been going in Maharashtra, specifically now talking about the Kirit Somaiya, the BJP leader, who has registered an FIR against the police officers at Khar police station. At first, the statement was recorded by police official, and that was in camera. Also, Kirit Somaiya advocate was present during the statement that was recorded of Kirit Somaiya, because speaking to media, Kirit Somaiya clearly stated the first FIR which was registered by Mumbai Police was fake, and the bogus charges was leveled against the Shiv Sainik. Even after we know that the 16 Shiv Sainik were also arrested, but they were released on bail the time they were produced before the court. So after that, clearly it has been said that the new FIR for which Kirit Somaiya today went to the Khar police station, and he registered a new FIR against the police official who registered first the fake FIR. So this is a big allegation, and specifically where Kirit Somaiya is saying that Mumbai Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey, who was investigating on the case, the FIR, the fake FIR which was registered just to save the Shiv Sainik. So this is a major, a big statement that is coming up by Kirit Somaiya, and importantly where now the police has to, now is being forced to investigate on the fresh FIR that is registered against the police official, because even we know that the serious note has been taken by the CSFS, that is Central Industrial Security Force, because talking to our sources which clearly stated that the incident that happened where the stone pelted at Kirit Somaiya cars, and he was also injured, after with the CSF officials had a meeting with the Mumbai CP, and they have even clearly stated that if in future, if some assault thing happened, so there will be a clear order to give a shot at sight. So this order can be given by the CSF official, because the serious note has been taken, because we know that Kirit Somaiya has been given a cover of Z security, and even after that, when he reached to the Khar police station where the Shiv Sainik actually attacked her with stone pelting, and when he went to register an FIR at the Bandra police station, even if their statement was recorded, but even after that, Kirit Somaiya is claiming that that was a fake FIR that was registered, and now today he again went through his lawyer, and that was an in-camera statement that has been recorded, and importantly now the FIR has been registered against the police officials.
All right, Alisha, thank you for getting us those details. Now, I just want to go through what you see on your screens there. These are exclusive visuals on Republic of the Hanuman Chalisa showdown. You can see the CCTV visuals showing attack on Navneet Rana's office. All right, much more coming up on the other side of the short break.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है, और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है, और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में दो आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन दो कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
अभी तक हाँ, मैं बाहर में था, अंदर था। लोग बोलने को जाने होने चाहिए।
while he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When we checked, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया, उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा है हमको, झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया, झूठा ओपन दाखिल।
There is an update on the loudspeaker controversy now. This is ACS home, Amity University of Uttar Pradesh, who has sought the report from all the police in charge of Uttar Pradesh regarding the removal of illegal loudspeaker at all the religious places. And the timeline which is given is April 30. One more thing which has been made clear by the ACS home, Amity University, is that if anybody failed to submit the report till date given, then action will be taken. We are continuously seeing that how the loudspeaker controversy is raising day by day. We have seen how the clashes and the war of words was witnessed in the state of Maharashtra when the action reaches to the national capital. And now this is Uttar Pradesh government and ACS home Amity University, who himself is keeping a very tight eye on the situation, and the date for the submission of the report is going to be on April 30. With video journalist Mahendra, I'm Manoj, and this is Republic.
Look at the entire political spectrum. Every single political party in the country has aligned with one agency or another, and we have chosen to align with IPAC. Now, Prashant Kishor and what he chooses to do as an individual with, in the political landscape, that's his personal decision. But in my humble opinion, at this point in time, I think the political institution which he is purportedly joining, which I am not aware of, is certainly a sinking ship, so I don't know.
Sir, we see that Prashant Kishor is having and stay with the Chief Minister. There are a lot of talks also, but
this is not the first time we have had discussions with Mr. Prashant Kishor. We have actually met him several times over the last 7 years. Myself, the Honorable Chief Minister, we have met him several times. So it is nothing new to us, firstly. And secondly, we have chosen now to finally work with an agency with which he has no associations. What is the conflict of interest? See, these are all agencies that will complement your efforts, complement your agenda, complement your reach.
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवाव्यात.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता. और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they were trying to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड
Republic has now accessed a video released by Mumbai Police Commissioner showing, you can see there on your screens, Navneet Rana having tea in jail, effectively attempting to counter the claim that Navneet Rana is being mistreated. And remember, earlier she claimed that she was being mistreated while in custody. You can see those visuals there where she's having tea, and this has been released by Mumbai Police. I want to go straight across to Alisha, my colleague. Alisha, clearly Mumbai Police has released this video after Republic first broke about Navneet Rana's exclusive, the letter that we got exclusively about her being mistreated in jail. So this has come at a very opportune time, isn't it, Alisha?
Well, of course, we know that Navneet Rana has already given a statement, and she has given a letter stating that there was a mislead and she was mistreated at the police station when she was arrested, and the police brought her to the police station. And now this is the video that has been tweeted by Sanjay Pandey, who is the Mumbai Police Commissioner. Clearly, if we can see the video, we can see that Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana has been sitting in the police station and they are having tea. So we can clearly say that this is a video war between Ranas and Mumbai Cop, because at first where Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana, who was claiming that they were mistreated, they are not even given a good treatment like a human, even in a jail, even in a custody where they have been lodged at. And now the video which has been released by Mumbai Police clearly giving an indication, and even Sanjay Pandey has given a title stating that do we need to say anything more. So in this video, which is the clarification has been given by the Mumbai Police on the claim that is made by Navneet Rana. We earlier know that Navneet Rana, through his advocates, has given a letter even before the court has been stated that the time Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana were brought to the police station, the Khar police station, and the FIR was registered against them. At that point of time, police mistreated them. They were not, they were not treated well at police station, and after which now we can see a clarification video that has been tweeted none other but a Mumbai Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey, which clearly we can see in that video that Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana is being given a tea, and there are police officials who has been sitting around. So we can see a video war that has been ongoing between Ranas and Mumbai Cop.
Okay, Alicia, thank you for getting us all those details. Now we can see there the visuals. First on Republic, you can see that visual of Navneet Rana having tea, and this has been released by the Mumbai police themselves. Remember that Republic was the first to get you that explosive letter when Navneet Rana had said that she is being mistreated in jail, and you can see those visuals there. Mumbai police now, just one day later, has released this video where Navneet Rana can be seen having tea. Now, I also want to go straight across to my colleague Samiksha, who has been tracking the story very closely from Mumbai. Now, Samiksha, we saw high drama today in Mumbai. Now, Kirit Somaiya has said that the police commissioner who had circulated that fake FIR, there should be some action against him. Now, what we know next, that Kirit Somaiya will be meeting the governor. Please tell us more about what are the next developments we can expect today.
Well, that's right, Shivangi. So the latest what we know is the grave allegations that have been made by BJP leader Kirit Somaiya. In fact, we're outside the Khar station right now, reporting just from the same station, police station, where Kirit Somaiya came just a short while back to register a complaint, to get an FIR registered against the Mumbai police, after he said that the FIR that was initially filed, he got a FIR registered at the Bandra police station. He said that it was a fake FIR, it was a bogus FIR, because it did not have his signatures on it, saying that it was the FIR that was being circulated was a fake one. It did not have his signatures, and now we have Kirit Somaiya saying that the Mumbai police is working at the behest of the Maharashtra government. So very, very serious allegations there. In fact, he even went on to say that how the Shiv Sena activists attacked him on the day when he went to meet Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana at the Khar police station. Remember, there were visuals that were shared by Kirit Somaiya as well on his social media account. The window panes of his vehicle were shattered. There was blood on his face, saying that the Shiv Sena goons attacked him. There was stone pelting that happened. Of course, what we've seen is that the Mumbai police are having to initiate a probe into it on pressure by the central. This after Kirit Somaiya, in fact, just yesterday also led the BJP delegation to meet the union secretary as well to apprise them of the situation in the state. Now, essentially what we've seen is that two BJP leaders, Kirit Somaiya as well as Mohit Kamboj, have alleged attack by Shiv Sena goons, saying that how the Shiv Sena workers have been attacking them. There is criminal conspiracy charge as well that has been levelled by Kirit Somaiya on Maharashtra government, saying that Uddhav Thackeray, the Mumbai police has been working at the behest of the Maharashtra chief minister. He also went on to claim that there is a threat to his life, which which is why he's been given a Z security cover as well. We also saw Mohit Kamboj. He also came to the Khar police station to support Kirit Somaiya. So the duo having made similar allegations that there was a bogus FIR that was registered. Mohit Kamboj also made a similar allegation. In fact, on Sunday he came to the Santa Cruz police station where we were reporting from, saying that there was an FIR there was a bogus FIR that was filed. So it remains to be seen the kind of action that happened on ground, because all these days what we've seen is nothing, no substantial action on part of Mumbai police, and some very, very serious allegations now we are seeing on part of Kirit Somaiya, also levying very serious allegation on the Mumbai Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey, saying that he is the one who's been working at the behest of the Maharashtra government, going on to add there is a state of anarchy in the state of Maharashtra, complete chaos. And we had in fact the Shiv Sena as well reacting to the allegations that are being made by the BJP leaders as well, saying that we have the Shiv Sena saying that all of this is a ploy by the Shiv Sena. All of this, I beg your pardon, is a ploy by the BJP to disrupt the law and order situation in the state of Maharashtra. Shimangi.
All right, Samiksha, thank you for getting us all those details. Now, I want to go back to my colleague Alisha. Now, Alisha, those visuals you're playing again for our viewers, you can see that CCTV visuals showing attack on Navneet Rana's house in Amravati. Now, after Amravati police and Home Minister said there was no stone pelting at Ravi Rana's house in Amravati, CCTV footage has been released on behalf of Navneet Rana. It said that the city chief of Shiv Sena threw stones at the house, and this is the proof that you can see there. Those visuals, there, CCTV visuals, those have been released by Navneet's office. Clearly, we can see that there was a stone pelting, and there are flags there as well. Now, Alisha, I want to go to you and please tell us what exactly is happening. How did this story develop, and why is there double speak? Because we can clearly see in those CCTV visuals that there was stone pelting and a mob outside Ravi Rana's house in Amravati. Okay, we're getting joined on the phone line by a BJP leader, Sir, Mr. Praveen. Mr. Praveen, I want to ask you that clearly we can see those CCTV visuals which are playing on Republic, but the Home Minister and Amravati police are saying that कि ये हुआ ही नहीं है, लेकिन हमारे पास ये विजुअल्स हैं ऑन एयर, हम दिखा रहे हैं कि वहाँ पे क्लियरली वहाँ पे फ्लैग्स थे, वहाँ पे स्टोन पेल्टिंग था. आपकी राय क्या है इसके बारे में?
ये सरकार, ये अगर पुलिस जिसके भरोसे के ऊपर न्याय मांगा जाता है वही इसी तरह की बयान देगा तो मुझे लगता है न्याय मिलने की अपेक्षा इनसे नहीं हो सकती है. अभी सब प्रकार सीसीटीवी फुटेज में है, पब्लिकली डोमेन में आया है, और राज्य के गृह मंत्री अगर ऐसे बोलते होंगे तो दुर्भाग्य की बात है. ये पर्पजली सब चीज हो रहा है और उसको सपोर्ट देने का काम सीएम और होम मिनिस्टर करते हुए दिखाई पड़ रहा है. तो इसलिए इनसे कानून की रक्षा की क्या अपेक्षा करेंगे? गृह मंत्री इनोसेंटली किसकी बाजू न लेते हुए सरकार करके उनकी एक्टिविटी, उनकी स्टेटमेंट होनी चाहिए, लेकिन मुझे लगता है गृह मंत्री सीएम के दबाव में, नहीं तो इन लोग को क्लियर बाय देने की भूमिका, क्लियरेंस देने की भूमिका रखने का ही है. और सरकार के मार्गदर्शन में, पुलिस के आशीर्वाद से जो कुछ करना है वो करते रहो, इसी तरह से जाने की संभावना है. हेलो
प्रवीण दरिकर जी, मैं अलीशा नायर बोल रही हूँ. प्रवीण दरिकर जी, आपसे ये जानना चाहूंगी कि अभी होम मिनिस्टर जो कि लगातार मुख्यमंत्री उद्धव ठाकरे के साथ मीटिंग कर रहे हैं, अब जितने भी क्लेम्स किए गए हैं, फिर चाहे नवनीत राणा ने अपने एडवोकेट के जरिए किए गए हैं, पर एक तरफ जो वीडियो जारी की गई है उसमें साफ तौर पर तो दिखाई दे रहा है कि शिवसेना के जो कार्यकर्ता है वो उनके घर के बाहर मौजूद थे, लेकिन इस पर क्लियरिफिकेशन ऑलरेडी होम मिनिस्टर और अमरावती पुलिस की ओर से दी गई है. बीजेपी इसको किस तरीके तरीके से एक्शन लेते हुए दिखाई देगी, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी एक लेटर आप लोगों के ओर से होम सेक्रेटरी को दे दी गई है और एक इन्वेस्टिगेशन की मांग की है। लेकिन इस तरीके की क्लेरिफिकेशन भी जो सामने आ रही है, और खासतौर पर उस वीडियो पर भी बात करूंगी जो क्लेम खार पुलिस स्टेशन पर रहते हुए नवनीत राणा ने किया था। लेकिन अब मुंबई के सीपी संजय पांडे जो है, उन्होंने एक वीडियो रिलीज किया है, उसमें साफ तौर पर दिखाई दे रहा है कि नवनीत राणा और रवि राणा ये चाय पीते हुए दिखाई दे रहे हैं। तो एक क्लेरिफिकेशन जो मुंबई पुलिस की ओर से दी जा रही है, इस पर क्या कहेंगे?
मुझे लगता है क्लेरिफिकेशन देने की घाई इन लोग को इसलिए लगी है कि लोगों के सामने में जो कुछ हुआ तमाशा वो महाराष्ट्र ने देखा है। आप देखोगे मोहित कंबोज के ऊपर पत्थरबाजी हो गई, हल्ला हो गया, उसके बाद में किरीट सोमैया पे हो गया। अब ये सीसीटीवी फुटेज में प्रसार माध्यम में दिखाया गया है, तो इसको की क्या आवश्यकता है? अभी आप देखोगे गृह मंत्री बोल रहे हैं, जो वीडियो सीसी में देते हैं वो नकार रहे हैं। इसके बारे में हम लोग तो लेटर दिया है, हम उसका फॉलो करेंगे। तो पुलिस आयुक्तों को पॉलिटिकल फिगर नहीं है ना, उसको इतनी घाई करने है। और नवनीत राणा, रवि राणा तो एक्यूज है ना, तो आरोपी को कोई चाय पिलाता है? तो इतनी घाई क्या क्लेरिफिकेशन देने के लिए? जो नवनीत राणा ने आक्षेप खड़ा किए, मांगा है कि दलित करके उनके ऊपर अन्याय हुआ है, तो उसकी जांच करो। अगर उनका कहना सही होगा तो कार्रवाई होगी, कहना झूठ होगा तो लोगों के सामने आएगा। इसका जवाब अच्छा नहीं ना क्या हम चाय पिलाते हैं, नहीं तो चाय पीने को मौका देंगे। ये मुझे लगता है वही पुलिस का पॉलिटिसाइजेशन बड़ी पैमाने पर हुआ है, उसका ये नतीजा है। और उसने वीडियो ट्वीट किया है।
Thank you, Pravin Darikar ji, to speaking to Republic. So this was BJP leader Pravin Darikar, who is clearly stating that this is nothing but just a game by the Mumbai police, who has been releasing the video. Shivangi, this is very important and very interesting, where we can see there is a video war that is interrupting between the Rana family or the Rana office and also the Mumbai police. Because at one video which we are showing to our viewers, it clearly stated the video which has been released by Navneet Rana office, which stated that the video is of 23rd of April. The claim has already been denied by Home Minister, and also the claim that is also been denied by Amravati police, stating there were no stone pelting that has happened outside Navneet Rana office in Amravati. But yet the video which has been shared itself by Navneet Rana's office, so this clearly shows the statement that has been given is something very fishy.
All right, Alicia, thank you for getting us all those details on this exclusive story that we are breaking on Republic. Much more is coming up on the other side of the short break. Afghan terror angle emerges to Jammu encounter, made in Poland imprint on terrorist shoe recovered. A Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school soon.
There was one gentleman standing on a raised surface who hit Kirit Somaiya's car. He is a Z protectee. He falls under the protection of the central government and the CISF. Central Industrial Security Force is taking a strong stand on this, that in case there is such an attack again, then there will be repercussions.
Video war breaks out in Maharashtra. Now Navneet's office releases a CCTV footage. Mumbai Police Commissioner releases counter video. Sources suggest MHA seeks report on the letter sent by Navneet Rana on inhumane treatment by the police. CISF takes a serious note of attack on Kirit Somaiya. CISF sources say they may have to open fire if Kirit is attacked again. Kirit Somaiya registers a new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by the Maharashtra police. Afghan terror angle emerges to Jammu encounter, made in Poland imprint on terrorist shoe recovered. Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school soon. Sources suggest that Congress is preparing to expel senior leader Sunil Jakhar after Congress disciplinary committee meet. Big development in the vaccine drive. Covaxin gets approval for kids above the age of 6. Getting in political scoop from Congress, sources tell Republic that Congress is all set to expel Sunil Jakhar. Getting in the first response from him. Please listen in.
क्या कहेंगे सर? एक मिनट
सस्पेंशन। मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी को आई विश देम गुड लक।
जाकिर साहब, आपका अगला स्टेप क्या होगा? विल यू मीट एनी कांग्रेस लीडर रिगार्डिंग दिस?
All right, let me just go straight across to my colleague who is joining us, Amandeep. Now, this seems to be a big scoop that we have got here on Republic. Sources tell that Congress is all set to expel Sunil Jakhar. Now, this is big. It's a very big story. Please tell us more on this.
Absolutely, and in fact, on the one side, that Congress is all on the edge to expel Sunil Jakhar, and in fact, suspension for 2 years has been recommended by the Congress Disciplinary Committee. But on the other side, Sunil Jakhar's first response to this Congress action is, he said that goodbye Congress. Good luck, Congress, I beg to pardon. Good luck, Congress. This is the exact words said by the Sunil Jakhar while leaving his residence after the committee has recommended the action for suspension of 2 years against Sunil Jakhar, and Sonia Gandhi is going to stamp that recommendation. But Sunil Jakhar is all on the edge to leave Congress, and this would be a biggest setback for the Punjab Congress, just because Sunil Jakhar was an asset for the Congress party. He is a former PPCC president of Punjab Congress. He hold Congress party. He lead Congress party in Punjab for several years during the captain's CM tenure, and in fact Sunil Jakhar is one of the biggest faces who was being humiliated by the Congress party by sending the notice, show cause notice, without taking his version on the issue. And in fact Sunil Jakhar did not reply, did not respond to any notice of the Congress party, and did not had any conversation on communication with the Congress party, any leader. But now all of a sudden, for one line of Sunil Jakhar, good luck Congress party, indicates so many things that Jakhar is all on the edge to leave Congress, and asking good luck Congress party without Sunil Jakhar. This is all what the definition is of this statement, just because Sunil Jakhar was facing humiliation since Captain Amrinder Singh resigned as a chief minister and Charanjit Singh Chenni appointed as a chief minister. Since then till now, Sunil Jakhar is being completely humiliated by the Congress party, and now everything is over. Sunil Jakhar is all on the edge to leave the Congress anytime from now. Yes.
All right, Amandeep, just stay on with us. I just want to play out what Tariq Anwar had said just a while back on this developing story.
AICC अनुशासन समिति की बैठक कांग्रेस के नेता AK टोली जी की अध्यक्षता में हुई। बैठक में मेघालय, पंजाब और केरला से जो शिकायतें आई थी, जो कंप्लेन आया था, उसके पर गंभीरता से चर्चा हुई और यूनिनमस एकमत से हम लोगों ने कुछ डिसीजन लिए हैं, लेकिन वो डिसीजन कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट के अप्रूवल के लिए भेजा जा रहा है, और जब तक कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट का अप्रूवल नहीं हो जाता है, अभी हम आपको कुछ बता नहीं सकते।
New evidence has come forward to suggest the prime suspects in the murder of RSS worker Srinivasan that took place in Palakkad on April 16th have also surveilled the BJP office in the district. Republic Media Network has accessed the CCTV footage, which clearly shows that around 12:37 p.m. on 16th of April, just 25 minutes before the murder of Srinivasan took place, the team of suspects had surveilled the BJP office in Palakkad at around 12:37. The same 6 suspects in 3 different bikes had moved through the front of the BJP office, and in front of it the CCTV clearly shows a red Maruti Swift had also gone. Police had now stated that the weapons which are meant to murder Srinivasan was carried in this particular red Swift car, and it belongs to a native of Pattam. Begun raids at different SDPI and PFI office in connection with the murder.
Well, much more coming up on the other side of the short break. On Republic TV, Kirit Somaiya registered a new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by the Maharashtra police. And Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school zone.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया। उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा हमको, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया। झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल।
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवाव्यात.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता, और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they will try to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है। और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
अभी तक हाँ, मैं बैन में अंदर था। लोग बोलने को जाने होने चाहिए.
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When you check, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
There is an update on the loudspeaker controversy. Now this is ACS home, Avnish Avasthi of Uttar Pradesh, who has sought the report from all the police in charge of Uttar Pradesh regarding the removal of illegal loudspeaker at all the religious places. And the timeline which is given is April 30. One more thing which has been made clear by the ACS home, Avnish Avasthi, is that if
A man man was killed last night in Garden Galleria Mall in Noida. Now, reportedly, a group of people got into a fight with bar staff, during which one person was severely injured. According to the police, he was taken to the hospital where doctors declared him dead. An FIR has been registered, and the bar staff have now all of them been taken into custody.
सेक्टर 39 थाना क्षेत्र अंतर्गत गार्डन गैलेरिया मॉल है। उस मॉल में एक बार है जिसका नाम लॉस्ट लेमन है। वहाँ पे कल रात्रि कुछ लोग पार्टी करने गए थे। लगभग 11 बजे के आसपास पार्टी करने वालों और जो रेस्टोरेंट के स्टाफ थे उनके बीच में पैसे के लेन देन को लेकर के मारपीट हुई, झगड़ा हुआ और उसके बाद उसमें से उस मारपीट में एक व्यक्ति को गंभीर चोट लगी। उसको वहाँ से उनके साथियों ने तत्काल हॉस्पिटल लेकर के एडमिट कराया। वहाँ पे जब पहुँचे उसके बाद उनकी मौत हो गई। हम लोग को जानकारी मिली, हम लोगों ने इसमें तत्काल उसमें FIR पंजीकृत की है और पंजीकृत करने के बाद उसमें जो बाहर के जो जितने लोग हैं सबको हम लोगों ने हिरासत में ले लिया है। हमारे पास सारा CCTV फुटेज है जिसमें 8 लोग आइडेंटिफाई हुए हैं और सभी के खिलाफ उसमें वैधानिक कार्रवाई की जा रही है और इसमें जो भी फाइंडिंग्स हमारी होगी उसमें सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई की जा रही है। और
PM Modi participated in the inaugural ceremony of year-long joint celebrations of the 90th anniversary of the Sivagiri pilgrimage and Golden Jubilee of the Brahma Vidyalaya. Minister of State for External Affairs and Parliamentary Affairs V. Muralidharan and Union Minister of State for Entrepreneurship, Skill Development, Electronics and Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar were also present at the event. The BJP is set to launch a mega drive across the country to spread PM Modi's message urging farmers to take up organic farming. BJP Kisan Morcha Chief Rajkumar Chahar will launch the Jan Abhiyan Yatra on April 28th from Bihar. He will lead a 5-kilometer yatra with the participation of around 2,000 farmers from the Bhaktiyarpur area of Patna district in Bihar.
Based on the specific information, the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence Hyderabad had intercepted a female at the Hyderabad International Airport who was travelling from Malvian. While checking the bags, it was found that she was carrying heroin of near about 3.129 kgs of heroin, which is worth rupees near about 21 crores. And also we have been seeing that package was properly covered in 2 polythene bags and also it was sealed. Well, now after the interrogation and based on the specific information, the DRI officials had stopped the female at the airport and further investigation was taken up. Further, all the baggage was checked thoroughly and now we see that the DRI officials have seized the 3 kgs amount of heroin and also the female has been arrested and further sent to judicial remand. Further investigation also is being taken up by the DRI officials. This is Anisha with video journalist Chandra for Republic TV.
Well, much more coming up on the other side of the short break. Kirit Somaiya registered a new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by the Maharashtra police. Plus, Afghan terror angle emerges to Jammu encounter made in Poland. Imprint on terrorist shoe has been recovered. Stay tuned.
Right now, we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact, through that hole, they will try to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है उस गार्डन में ये मिला। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है और इस बिल्डिंग में दो आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन दो कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
अभी तक हाँ मैं बैन में अंदर था लोग जाने होने चाहिए। While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When you check, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया, उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा है हमको, झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया, झूठा ओपन दाखिल।
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवाव्यात.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता। और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे।
Who's responsible for the chaos?
There is an update on the loudspeaker controversy. Now this is ACS home, Avnish Awasthi of Uttar Pradesh, who has sought the report from all the police in charge of Uttar Pradesh regarding the removal of illegal loudspeaker at all the religious places. And the timeline which is given is April 30. One more thing which has been made clear by the ACS home, Avnish Awasthi, is that if anybody failed to submit the report till date given, then action will be taken. We are continuously seeing that how the loudspeaker controversy is raising day by day. We have seen how the clashes and the war of words was witnessed in the state of Maharashtra when the action reaches to the national capital. And now this is Uttar Pradesh government and ACS home Avnish Awasthi, who himself is keeping a very tight eye on the situation, and the date for the submission of the report is going to be on April 30. With video journalist Mahendra, I'm Anuj, and this is Republic.
Look at the entire political spectrum. Every single political party in the country has aligned with one agency or another, and we have chosen to align with IPAC. Now, Prashant Kishor and what he chooses to do as an individual with, in the political landscape, that's his personal decision. But in my humble opinion, at this point in time, I think the political institution which he is purportedly joining, which I am not aware of, is certainly a sinking ship, so I don't know.
Sir, we see that Prashant Kishor is having and stay with the Chief Minister. There are a lot of talks also,
This is not the first time we have had discussions with Mr. Prashant Kishor. We have actually met him several times over the last 7 years. Myself, the Honorable Chief Minister, we have met him several times. So it is nothing new to us, firstly. And secondly, we have chosen now to finally work with an agency with which he has no association. So what is the conflict of interest? See, these are all agencies that will complement your efforts, complement your agenda, complement your reach.
Right now, we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact, through that hole, they were trying to pull the 5 construction workers who have been trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन
Republic gets more proof of the Afghanistan terror angle in the Sunjwan encounter. One of the 2 terrorists killed in the encounter was wearing shoes that bore the marking of US allied forces in Afghanistan. The made in Poland shoes were recovered by forces during the Sunjwan encounter. This gives more credence to fears that Pakistan is pushing the Afghan terrorists into Jammu and Kashmir.
सर ये लगभग कोई 3 से 4 बजे का समय था उस टाइम, तो
शहरी से पहले
शहरी का समय होता है हमारा। वो मेरी वाइफ खाना बनाने के लिए किचन में गई और हमारा जो किचन है वो मेन गेट की तरफ से है, सामने से, और मेन गेट के बाहर ही हमारे CISF का नाका लगता है और JKP भी साथ में रहती है। तो उस तरफ से आवाज़ आने लगी। मेरी बीवी किचन में उस टाइम आटा वगैरह कुछ गूंद रही थी। इन्होंने कहा मैं ऐसे ऐसे किचन में हूँ। मैंने बोला अगर इधर से आवाज़ आ रही है, जाहिर सी बात है बाहर नाका है, कुछ गड़बड़ है, आप ऐसे करो लाइटें बंद करो और बैक साइड चले जाओ मकान के, आप थोड़ा सेफ रहोगे,
बैक साइड यानी
इस रूम में चले जाओ आप। तो वो इस साइड आ गए। उसके बाद काफ़ी ज़्यादा आवाज़ बढ़ गई, ये डरने लगे। मैंने बोला कुछ नहीं होता है, अब मैं तो नहीं आ पाऊँगा क्योंकि इस टाइम इतनी ज़्यादा फायरिंग हो रही है और रात का समय भी है, तो आप लेटो पीछे, आप ठीक हो, बात हो रही है। इन्होंने बोला बहुत सारी आवाज़ें आ रही हैं लेकिन हम हैं ठीक हैं सुबह तक। फिर 6 बजे के करीब मैं वहाँ से आया तो हमारी फोर्सेस ने मुझे पीछे ही रोक लिया कि आगे खतरा है। मैंने कहा भी वहाँ एक बंदे को कि मेरा घर है सामने, उन्होंने बोला नहीं आप जाओ। फिर जैसे मैं वापस जहाँ दूसरा मकान है मेरा वहाँ पहुँचा तो यहाँ से मेरे घर वालों ने कॉल करी, भाई आप आ जाओ, ऐसे ऐसे मेरे सामने वाली जो बाहर बिल्डिंग है ये मेरे भांजे की है, तो वो भी बेल्ट फोर्स में है। तो उन्होंने बताया, जब आर्मी वाले उनकी छत पे भी गए, भाई ये हमारा घर है अपना, हमारी फैमिली अंदर है। फिर उन्होंने कॉल करके कांटेक्ट करके मेरी फैमिली को आर्मी वालों ने निकाला बाहर।
आर्मी ने जो है वो पूरा सेफ एग्जिट बनाया पहले कॉर्डन करके कि परिवार को कुछ ना हो।
हाँ, मेरे आने से पहले मेरी फैमिली बाहर निकल चुकी थी। तो जब मैं यहाँ पहुँचा तो इधर चारों तरफ आर्मी ने घेरा हुआ था। तो फिर उसके बाद इन्होंने ड्रोन वगैरह से कुछ इधर चेक किया, तो उनको पहले से आइडिया था कि जाहिर सी बात है मेरी छत से उन्होंने उसके ऊपर हमला किया था। बाहर भी पहले कुछ उन्होंने गोलियां चलाई थी जवानों के ऊपर, तो उनको आइडिया था कि वो इसी घर में छुपे हुए हैं। लेकिन आर्मी को इतना क्लियर नहीं था कि ये पीछे वाली साइड है या मेरे घर के अंदर है। तो फिर जब बाद
Now, after Republic showed proof of the Afghan terror angle, Republic has now accessed details of the Sunjwan FIR registered on the basis of complaint of the SP operations in Jammu. In the FIR, it's mentioned that terrorists attacked with aim to harm national integrity of India. And I want to go straight across to my colleague Gursimran, who has exclusive details on this story. Gursimran, over to you.
Yes, the 3-page FIR that has been accessed by Republic clearly speaks that these terrorists have come with the aim to target the integrity of the country. Not only this, but also to create fear among locals. The FIR clearly reads that the security forces try to overpower these terrorists, try to arrest these terrorists, but these terrorists now fired on the security forces, after which the security forces retaliated in the self-defense, and these 2 Fidayeen attackers that were sent from Pakistan have been neutralized. So clearly this 3-page FIR speaks about the intention of the Pakistani terrorists who wanted to hit and harm the national integrity of the country, as well as to create fear among the locals, has been thwarted by the elimination of these 2 Fidayeens. Yes.
All right, Gursimran, thank you for getting us all those details. Much more coming up on the other side of the short break. Video war breaks out in Maharashtra now. Navneet's office releases CCTV footage. Mumbai Police Commissioner releases counter video. Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school soon. Sources suggest Congress is preparing to expel senior leader Sunil Jakhar after Congress disciplinary committee meet.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
अभी तक हाँ मैं बाहर में अंदर था जब लोग बोलने को जाने होने चाहिए.
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When you check, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, Probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया। उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा हमको, झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया। झूठा ओपन दाखिल।
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवून पाहिजे.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता, और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they were trying to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble, and that is the biggest
मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर किस प्रकार की फोर्जरी और चीटिंग कर सकते हैं, इसका बेस्ट नमूना आज जनता के सामने आ गया.
You're watching Republic TV. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Lots of exclusive stories lined up for you, but first, the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Video war breaks out in Maharashtra now. Navneet's office releases CCTV footage. Mumbai Police Commissioner releases counter video. Sources suggest MHA seeks report on the letter sent by Navneet Rana on inhumane treatment by the police. CISF takes serious note of attack on Kirit Somaiya. CISF sources say that they may have to open fire if Kirit is attacked again. Kirit Somaiya registers a new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by the Maharashtra police. Afghan terror angle emerges to Jammu encounter made in Poland imprint on terrorist shoe recovered. Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says that notice will be sent to the school soon. Sources suggest Congress is preparing to expel senior leader Sunil Jakhar after Congress disciplinary committee meet. And a big development in the vaccine drive. Covaxin gets approval for kids above the age of 6. Well, getting into those dramatic visuals, which you will soon see on your screens here. Now, terrorists tried to snatch the rifle of CRPF trooper by throwing chili powder, that's right, chili powder into his eyes, who is posted at Reshi Bazaar in Jammu and Kashmir. And those are exclusive visuals, and this is a story broken first on Republic. I want to go straight across to Zeenath, who's joining me live with more details. Zeenath.
Yeah, this incident has taken place a while ago at Rishi Bazaar of Anantnag, South Kashmir, where the terrorists
tried to snatch the rifle of CRPF trooper who was posted at Rishi Bazaar. He was doing his duty at the gate of the colony of the Kashmiri Pandits where this has taken place. He used the chili powder that he tried to throw in the eyes of the trooper, although he was overpowered, and finally he managed to escape from the spot. We are seeing that the cordon and search operation launched by CRPF along with Jammu and Kashmir Police and Indian Army. The weapon snatching bid was filed by the alert troops of the CRPF in Rishi Bazaar area of South Kashmir's Anantnag.
Right, Zina. Now, clearly, we can see that the security situation there seems a bit tense. We can also see those visuals of heavy security at the spot. Tell us more about what is it like there, and what are the security concerns which have to be addressed after this terrible incident. A terrorist trying to snatch a rifle by throwing chili powder into the eyes of a CRPF trooper.
See, as we know that the terrorists are running out of their ammunition and arms, so this was they were trying an attempt to snatch the rifle of a CRPF trooper who was posted at Rishi Bazaar of Anantnag. Although we have been seeing the police maintaining that the terrorists are not having much ammunition and arms. That is why such kind of attempts are being made. We have seen such kind of attempts in recent past also, but this is the first attempt that was made by the terrorists in South Kashmir's Anantnag, where they tried to snatch the rifle of a CRPF trooper, and they also used the chili powder that they put on his eyes. But despite all that, they could not snatch the rifle, as the alert troopers were able to alert troopers didn't allow that to happen, and finally the terrorists managed to escape. Although we are showing that the cordon and search operation have been launched by the joint forces in South Kashmir's Anantnag.
All right, Zina, thank you for getting us all those details. A terrorist attempting to snatch a rifle by throwing chili powder into his eyes of a CRPF trooper.
The Supreme Court today declined to entertain a petition seeking a judicial inquiry and a court-monitored probe by a former Chief Justice or the judge of the Supreme Court in the violence that broke out after religious processions were taken down during the Ram Navami and the Hanuman Jayanti in various parts of the country, including the national capital. Remember that the petition was filed by Advocate Vishal Tiwari, who had sought for a judicial probe into the incidents that have occurred across India, following which the petition was listed before a bench headed by Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, and in fact the court questioned Mr. Tiwari as to whether the judges are free, and if yes, then he might find somebody. But then later on the court refused to entertain the petition, saying that it is already seized off the matter, and it is already hearing a batch of petitions with regards to the violence that had occurred into the national capital and the other parts of the country.
In another setback for independent MP Navneet Rana and her MLA husband Ravi Rana, they were denied immediate relief by the Mumbai Sessions Court. Ministry of Home Affairs has sought a detailed factual report from the Maharashtra government regarding Navneet Rana's allegations about her arrest and inhumane treatment meted out at Khar police station in Mumbai. Kirit Somaiya files a complaint against police officers for manipulating an FIR in connection with an alleged attack on him at the Khar police station in Mumbai. Republic accesses crucial proofs of the Afghanistan terror angle in the Sunjwan encounter. They have recovered shoes by security forces, strengthening the speculation of Pakistan involvement in pushing the Afghan terrorists into the valley. Amid unsettling truce sets in Punjab Congress, now sources suggest Congress is preparing to expel senior leader Sunil Jakhar after Congress disciplinary committee meet. So Republic Newsbreak impacted days after demolition drive in Alwar, along with 3 other officials. Rajasthan government suspends Alwar SDM over temple demolition. After Republic Newsbreak, Karnataka Education Minister said that the strict action will be taken against the schools that force students to read the Bible.
They doesn't have any right to force any religious books in any education institution according to Karnataka Education Act. Even CBSE also clearly said that any institution which is registered in Karnataka should follow the curriculum, whatever the direction.
Delivering a provocative speech after the Khargone violence, Gajendra Patel, the local MP from BJP, urged people to retaliate in case of stone pelting by members of another community.
हमारी माँ बहनों का दर्द सुनना, खरगोन के बहनों का, हमारे भाइयों का वो दर्द की आंखों को झलकते हुए देखना और ये गार्ड बांध लेना। ये माँ भारत का देश है, हम धर्म के आधार पर जीते हैं और अगर आपने पत्थर बरसाए हैं तो हम भी संत सनातन धर्म के लोग हैं। पत्थर तुमने बरसाए हैं, हम बड़े पत्थर इनका जवाब पत्थर से देने के लिए तैयार रहना आपने।
External Affairs Minister Jaishankar addresses Raisina dialogue, says India has a clear position on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war over trade. Also, Jaishankar reminded when rule-based system in Asia was under attack, Europe's advice was to increase commerce.
And I understand that at this moment, this would probably occupy you to the exclusion of almost everything else. But there is also a world out there. And I'm very glad that you're sitting here in India because it would remind you that there are equally pressing issues in other parts of the world. I mentioned Afghanistan.
Elon Musk takes over Twitter. Twitter's board accepted an offer from billionaire Elon Musk to buy the social media company for $44 billion and take it private. Some big breaking coming in at this point of time. The office of Rizwan Merchant, the lawyer for the Ranas, has now released a statement on the video released by Mumbai Police Commissioner. It reads, she was there at Khar police station the whole night and was transferred to Santa Cruz police station lockup early morning around 1 a.m. I think all police lockups are also required to be covered with CCTV coverage for security reasons. Why doesn't the CP call for the CCTV recordings of Santa Cruz police station lockup also before responding to the grievance made? I think the complaint of Navneet Rana, to the best of my knowledge, is relating to her detention in the lockup at Santa Cruz police station, where she was transferred by Khar police station officers around 1 a.m. in the early hours of 24th April 2022 after being arrested in CR 500/22.
Her charges are as baseless and as big a lie as is her caste certificate. For her to make these accusations at one of the most disciplined police forces in the country, as well as known across the world for its discipline and the manner in which it conducts itself, is extremely shameful for a public representative. She should perhaps first answer when she talks about caste discrimination. She should first answer to the people of Maharashtra as well as India. How is she occupying a Lok Sabha seat by denying a genuine SC/ST candidate their right to be there by forging her caste certificate? So before casting aspersions on somebody else, a very disciplined police force, which even the Mumbai High Court has upheld, that they are called to arrest her, was justified, and to file an FIR was justified. So perhaps she should answer that. She has a lot more to answer.
New evidence has come forward to suggest the prime suspects in the murder of RSS worker Srinivasan that took place in Palakkad on April 16th have also surveilled the BJP office in the district. Republic Media Network has accessed the CCTV footage which clearly shows that around 12:37 p.m. on 16th of April, just 25 minutes before the murder of Srinivasan took place, the team of suspects had surveilled the BJP office in Palakkad at around 12:37. The same 6 suspects in 3 different bikes had moved through the front of the BJP office, and in front of it the CCTV clearly shows a red Maruti Swift had also gone. Police had now stated that the weapons which were meant to murder Srinivasan was carried in this particular red Swift car, and it belongs to a native of Pattam. Begun raids at different SDPI and PFI office in connection with the murder.
NCW has taken suo motu cognizance in the alleged rape in Rajasthan in Dausa, Rajasthan. Yet another incident of rape reported. Reportedly, the girl went missing, and after registering the case of missing woman, the body of the woman was found in the well. Allegedly, the girl was kidnapped and gang raped and murdered.
आजकल आखिर प्रियंका जी और सोनिया जी देश में है कि नहीं है? राजस्थान में नित्य रोज शर्मनाक घटनाएं घटती हैं। बच्ची, महिलाओं, इनके साथ बलात्कार, अत्याचार की घटनाएं होती हैं, हत्याएं होती हैं, कुएं में फेंक दिया जाता है। कई दिनों महीनों तक उनके अपराधियों को पकड़ा नहीं जाता है। क्या आखिरकार लंबी छुट्टी पर सोनिया जी, प्रियंका जी चले गई हैं जैसे राहुल जी जाते हैं? क्या इनको राजस्थान में कानून व्यवस्था चरमराती नज़र नहीं आती है? मैं आशा करता हूं इसको थोड़ी गंभीरता से लेंगे और सोई हुई राजस्थान की सरकार जागेगी। कानून, और विशेष तौर पे मैं कह रहा हूं, बड़ी गंभीरता के साथ कह रहा हूं, कानून सबको एक नज़र से देखता है और उसका पालन करने वालों को भी एक नज़र के साथ ही देखना चाहिए। राजस्थान में जो हुआ उस पर बहुत सारे लोगों ने मीडिया चैनल से लेकर, अखबारों से लेकर सोशल मीडिया तक, उस पर जिस तरह की प्रतिक्रियाएं आई हैं, वो अपने आप में बहुत सारे सवाल खड़ा करता है कि आखिरकार ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। और मुझे लगता है ये बच्चियों, महिलाओं के साथ जो अत्याचार हुआ उस पर भी, और जो बाकी इन निर्णयों पर भी राजस्थान सरकार के सवाल खड़े हो रहे हैं, तो उसका जवाब उनको देना चाहिए। आखिरकार कांग्रेस पार्टी और राजस्थान की सरकार मूक दर्शक बनकर क्यों खड़ी है?
I want to go straight across to my colleague Piyush. Piyush, another case of alleged rape in Rajasthan, and this clearly is pointing towards the law and order situation in the state, the questionable law and order situation in the state.
Well, absolutely, Shivangi. Every day we are seeing as to how the deteriorating law and order situation is being reported from the state of Rajasthan, and there is no answer which is there before the Congress government. What we are now learning is that this fresh case which has been reported from Dausa of Rajasthan, information which we have picked is that the victim woman who is 35 years old, she had left from her residence in Jaipur for Dausa, and when she gone to Dausa, she was given a lift by the accused, and then after offering lift, the accused took the victim to a secluded place, and then alleged gang rape took place. After that, she was killed, and then she was dumped into the well. Now what we are given to understand is that National Commission for Women has taken cognizance of this entire matter. In fact, a team led by the chairperson of National Commission for Women is also to visit Dausa, where they will be meeting with the family members. We'll have to wait and watch how the police is going to further investigate the case. What we are told is that so far one person has been arrested in this case, and the further investigations is going on. But this situation situation in Rajasthan is deteriorating day by day after what happened in Alwar and other parts of Rajasthan, and now this has taken place in Dausa. We'll have to wait and watch how things are going to further be investigated. Shivangi.
Right, Piyush, thank you for giving us all those details on the developments on the alleged rape case there in Rajasthan.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting Assam on the 28th of April. The Prime Minister will address two rallies, one in Karbi Anglong and another in Dibrugarh. The rally in Karbi Anglong is aimed towards the prosperity and development in the region, whereas in Dibrugarh, the Prime Minister will be inaugurating projects worth around 4,000 crore. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma said that this is going to be one of the major investment in Upper Assam area at Dibrugarh. It may also be mentioned that the Prime Minister will be inaugurating around 7 cancer hospitals, whereas he will also lay the foundation stone for another 7 cancer hospitals in Assam on the same day. With video journalist Aso, I am Anirudh Davakat and this is Republic Media Network.
Well, much more coming up on the other side of the short break. Afghan terror angle emerges to Jammu encounter made in Poland, imprint on terrorist shoe recovered. Plus, Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school zone. Stay tuned.
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी आमच्याकडनं ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवून पाहिजे.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता, और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now, we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact, through that hole, they were trying to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear-trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला.
All right, some big breaking coming in right now. Now, fire has broken out at Amar Colony of Lajpat Nagar area. Around 9 fire tenders are present at the spot. Details are awaited. Now, you can see those visuals there that of the fire. The first visuals that we have got here on Republic. Fire has broken out in the Lajpat Nagar area of New Delhi. Now, Lajpat Nagar area is located in the southeast Delhi area, and what we know is that right now, to contain the situation, 9 fire tenders are present at the spot. We'll be of course getting more details on this breaking story. I would like to go across to Piyush, who has got us more details on this breaking story coming out from New Delhi. Piyush.
Well, what we're now learning is that a fire has broken out there at these 2 shops in Delhi's Amar Colony, which is there in Lajpat Nagar area of Delhi. But we're now learning is that 4 to 5 fire tenders have now been rushed there. But we're also learning is that there were some shops over on pavements have caught fire. A few houses have also come under the fire blazes. Now, as we are speaking, the fire tenders are being rushed here. Fire officers are there and they're putting all their efforts to douse the fire. As of now, the reason of fire has not been ascertained. We have got these visuals that the fire is broken out there in Delhi's Amar Colony, which is there in Lajpat Nagar. It's very important to point out that it is a busy intersection. Shops are there, market area is there, and that is why the fire operators could face few problems. But now the officers are there and they are trying their best to douse the fire as soon as possible. Few houses have also come under the effect of the blazing fire. We'll have to wait and watch how much time it is going to take to douse the fire. But the initial information what we are now given to understand is that the fire has broken out there at Amar Colony area there in Lajpat Nagar. This is the same area where there is a very big market of Lajpat Nagar. So there could be some problem, like we are telling the words, could be faced by the fire officers. But yes, they have reached there on the spot and trying their best to douse the fire.
All right, Piyush, thank you for getting us all those details. We'll be tracking this story very closely.
Right behind me is where the bomb has been kept. While the entire area has been cordoned off, there was an old rusted grenade that was found right in this very park that is adjacent to this particular road. Entire area has been cordoned off. We can actually spot the dog squad as well. The Delhi police has been constantly supervising this entire area and monitoring the situation very, very closely.
More developments coming in now. An FIR has been registered in the case where a man was electrocuted while walking on a footpath in Bengaluru. He came in contact with a wire hanging from a tree and is said to have been electrocuted. The incident, which occurred late last evening in Sanjay Nagar area of Bengaluru, once again brings to light the crumbling infrastructure of Bengaluru, which had taken lives in recent past. I want to go straight across to my colleague Sage Raj. Sage, what are the details on this latest incident of apathy coming in from Bengaluru?
See, FIR has been registered against two organizations. One is the government organization, BESCOM, which takes care of electricity supply across the city of Bengaluru. And second FIR has been registered against Airtel optic fire cable connection service providers. So because the cable which was found on the tree where he was electrocuted, that cable belongs to Airtel, and there was large number of cable which was rolled on the trees across on that particular street when this electrocution happened, and there was a damage on that particular cable. That's when the boy who was crossing on the pavements on that particular street came connected with that particular wire and died after he was being electrocuted. As of now, FIR has been registered and the investigation is on whether there is any kind of a misconnection which has happened between Airtel and BESCOM. As BESCOM is the electricity provider, is the first A1 has been registered against BESCOM, and the cable belongs to optic fire cable service provider Airtel. The second FIR registered against them. Back to studio.
Right, Sage, stay on with us. I want to recap what really happened there in Bengaluru. An FIR has been registered in the case where a man was electrocuted while walking on a footpath in Bengaluru. He came in contact with a wire hanging from a tree and is now said to have been electrocuted. Sage, definitely when it comes to, planning a city, these kind of incidents can happen if the infrastructure is not planned well.
And this kind of question should not be arising in cities like Bengaluru. It's an international city. It is an IT hub. It is also called as a Silicon Valley of India. But if you find these kind of infrastructure in Bengaluru, definitely shocking, and especially a person who stepped off his house, he was just taking a walk near the park, seemed to be dying because of electrocution. Just to give an example of how the electrocution is happening, you can see here the kind of cables over this particular electricity pole, and apart from that you can also see various other cables, whether it is a cable service or internet service. Everything seemed to be in one particular place, and this is a kind of connection which might have the optic fire cable which might have got connected with the BESCOM cable, and which would have led for a current supply on optic cover cable, and which would have led for this boy to succumb after he was being electrocuted. It is subject to investigation. The DCP of Bengaluru North is investigating, and there is an FIR which has been registered.
All right, Sage, hold on with us. We are getting Brinda Adige on the phone. Miss Brinda, now we just saw this case, another case of apathy coming in from Bengaluru. What is your first reaction?
This is horrendous, and we keep talking about it. Thank you for bringing this up every time. But why are we not filming and holding the person accountable or persons accountable? Nobody seems to get hurt except the citizens. We pay our taxes, elect these people into power, and then you have all of these officials who go into a private partnership, private-public partnership. Private is always safe. The public is now losing lives. Not one news, not one information from these people to even say that FIR has been registered and these are the culprits. Because of their silo compartment functioning, nobody will get caught. Everybody will put the blame on somebody else. Already Westcom is saying that the wire doesn't belong to us. If it doesn't belong to you, how did you allow permission to have that wire over there? What is your monitoring job? You are taking the money from the citizens. So why hasn't your official monitored which wires are being laid where and from where it is being pulled? I think it is time that we not call it civil apathy. We need to call it criminal negligence. And everybody from the minister in charge for Westcom to the last person on the street who was supposed to monitor this must be pulled into the FIR and they must be punished.
Thank you, Ms. Brinda Arige, for joining us here on Republic. Well, much more is coming up on the other side of this very short break here on Republic. Now, Kirit Somaiya has registered a new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by the Maharashtra police. And Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy, Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school soon.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है और इस बिल्डिंग में दो आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन दो कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
अभी तक हाँ मैं बाहर नहीं था, अंदर था मैं। लोग बोलने को जाने होने चाहिए।
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When you check, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया, उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा है हमको, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल।
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवून पाहिजे.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता, और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Good afternoon, viewers. You're watching our special broadcast. We continue to get you all the latest updates as far as a mega face-off, political face-off that has erupted between the BJP and the Shiv Sena. In fact, there is a protest, that is being held. The visuals on your screens right now of the protest which is currently taking place. Those are the visuals we are getting to you. This is a protest by the BJP Yuva Morcha holding protest against the state government. The protest that is taking place in Kolkata. And this is a protest which is being held by the BJP workers. The BJP workers, they're saying that they are being stopped, but we will continue doing our protest. That's the comment that is coming in from Tejasvi Surya as the protests are taking place in Kolkata right now. Those are the live visuals of the BJP protest currently taking place in Kolkata. And a statement there also being made by Tejasvi Surya in Kolkata saying that the police are trying to stop them, but they will continue with their protest. We'll get you more details on that in just a bit. But very dramatic visuals coming in at this hour of the protest march being led by the BJP workers in Kolkata, where the BJP workers are being stopped by the police. And the BJP there saying that they will continue with their protest even as they face stiff resistance from the state government officials. We'll get more details on that. We're trying to get more details as we continue to get you those live shots that we are getting from Kolkata right now. The BJP leader Tejasvi Surya, they're saying that the TMC government is politicizing the education, and the BJYM is protesting against this. It's the BJP Yuva Morcha that is staging a protest in Kolkata right now and saying that education in the state is being criminalized. Very serious allegation there being made by the BJP workers in Bengal. The protest which is currently underway being led by the BJP Yuva Morcha in Kolkata, and some remarks also being made by Tejasvi Surya there in Kolkata saying that the BJP workers will continue with their protest.
Hello?
Going across to Anirvan for more details. Anirvan, what more details can you share with us with respect to this protest march which is currently underway in Kolkata?
Yeah, this is a massive protest march. This is called by the BJP Bharatiya Janata Party Yuva Morcha, that means Akhil Bharatiya Yuva Morcha. And this protest march has been led by the Akhil Bharatiya President Tejasvi Surya along with Suhendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition in West Bengal, and the BJP State President Sukanta Majumdar, also with the MP of Darjeeling, Raju Gupta. And this protest rally or protest march, whatever you say, this has not been taken permission from police. Actually, they had applied for the permission, but police has not given the permission for taking a rally or protest march up to Vikas Bhavan, the education headquarters of West Bengal government, where there is the headquarters of Madhyamik and Ucha Madhyamik, that means 10 and 10+2 systems board head offices. And this protest march is taking.
The visuals on your screens we are getting to you right now of the family. In fact, that's a blast in Karachi that has taken place. Live visuals that Republic has accessed of the massive blast in Pakistan's Karachi right now. We are yet to get more details on that, but some very dramatic visuals coming in from Karachi at this point in time where a blast has happened. The visuals on your screens of the massive blast that has rocked Karachi. We are yet to get more details as a number of casualties or injuries in this particular blast that has happened. My colleague Ankit is tracking all the latest details. Ankit, over to you. What more details can you share with us?
We are in access of visuals of a car blast, an explosion of a car at the Karachi University in, of course, Pakistan city of Karachi. There was a input there that it could have been targeting Chinese nationals. We can't confirm that at the moment, but we can see that there are a number of vehicles that appear to be on fire. This explosion is believed to have originated as part of a car blast. I think that is the vehicle that has exploded there. There was a bomb purportedly, as part of it, there's also a bike at least that can be seen, which has been caught in the explosion as well. Copious amounts of smoke billowing. The fire is still raging there. This is at the Karachi University in Pakistan's biggest city. In Karachi University, an explosion, a car bomb to be specific, that has caused what are believed to be at least a number of casualties. There are reports coming in from Pakistani media that the target of this blast could have been Chinese nationals. There are visuals of people being injured in this explosion. This is from the Karachi University. On a set of visuals that we can see, there is at least one soldier who also appears to be injured. There are some amount of firefighting operations underway.
Just hold your thoughts there.
Right
In
now.
fact, we are getting more information. Ankit, there is more information that is coming in. What we are getting to know at this point in time, that 4 people have been killed in this explosion, and according to reports, the incident in fact occurred near the institute inside the University of Karachi. So some details coming in right now. 4 killed. We are yet to know about the number of those injured. What we are also being told is that 2 foreign nationals amongst those who have been killed. So 4 casualties that have been reported. What more information that you can share with us? Because the reports that are now claiming that 4 people, including 3 Chinese, were found dead so far, and there have been several injuries that have also been reported.
Well, Samiksha, I can tell you that based on what the Pak media is saying, it is still unclear whether or not this was a planned explosion, that is a bomb, or whether it was a explosion of the car itself. There is some input to suggest that it could also have been a gas cylinder that exploded, but there are many reports citing how this is the latest in a string of terror attacks in Pakistan, because of the various compulsions there between the different communities and the atrocities that are committed there on a regular basis. Pakistan is a hotbed for its own internal strife, and this is the latest in a series of such incidents, is what some reports are saying. However, there are others also that claim that this could also have been a cylinder blast. However, we can see, Samiksha, that there is a white-colored van which is totally engulfed in flame. There was one more vehicle there that looked completely destroyed because of the blaze. Unclear which one it originated in. It's entirely possible that the vehicle that caught fire, or rather that exploded, is another one, and that flame has now also engulfed another vehicle alongside it. As per what you are telling us, there is reports coming in that Chinese nationals have been killed in this explosion. Whether it's 2 or 3, that is as yet unclear. The immediate reports are that there are at least a number of injuries. Some people are critically injured. We've seen some who have sustained light injuries. Some amount of injury can be seen visibly, but they seem all right, although shaken. But this is a blast that has taken place in Karachi University, Samiksha. If you are picking up any more information, I am told that there are some injuries on the spot, about 5. What more can you tell us?
Well, Ankit, there is a confirmation also that is coming in from the police that have confirmed 4 deaths in this blast. So that's an eyewitness account as well coming in, where they said that those killed and injured in this Karachi University blast are foreign nationals. Reports are also indicating that an explosive device was planted inside the vehicle. So the visuals there on our screens as well that we are showing to our viewers of the massive blast that happened in Karachi, in which 4 people have died. They have succumbed to those injuries, and that's a confirmation also that we are getting in from the police right now at this point in time. What we are also being told is that an explosive device was planted inside the vehicle. So that's the blast that has happened, the blast that's reported from the Confucius Institute inside the University of Karachi. 2 foreign nationals are among the 4 to have been killed in this particular blast. And reports now indicating that an explosive device was planted inside the vehicle as a result of the blast. As a result of this device, there was a blast that rocked the place, and 4 people have been reported to have died.
Right, Samiksha giving us information about what we know so far. from this explosion that's taken place in Karachi. Like Samiksha has pointed out, it was at the Confucius Institute at the University of Karachi. Confucius, the Chinese philosopher of yore, who's very popular. His teachings are popular across the world, and this was an explosion in a foreign teacher's van. So it appears to have targeted foreign teachers, which explains why there are believed to be 2 Chinese nationals among the people who have been killed in this. We are yet to access the full scope of the casualties here, but we are told at this point that there could be up to 5 casualties, 2 of which are Chinese nationals, because this was an attack targeting the foreign teacher's van at the University of Karachi's Confucius Institute, is what we're being told, and the visuals continue to suggest that the firefighting operations are on, Samiksha.
Well, that's right, Ankit. Thanks so much for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you as you track all the latest updates on that. For now, let's cut across to the live visuals we are getting from Kolkata, where a protest march is being held by the BJP Yuva Morcha, holding a protest against the state government. Very dramatic visuals again coming in from Kolkata at this point in time. And Tejasvi Surya also saying that even though they are being stopped by the police, the BJP Yuva Morcha will continue with their protest. And the big claim being made there by the BJP Yuva Morcha that the TMC government is politicizing education in the state. The visuals on your screens live from Kolkata as we continue to get you all the latest updates on this. The protest march that is being held in Kolkata, Bengal, what the BJP has alleged that the Bengal state has been criminalized. Education here is being criminalized. Very, very grave allegations there being made by the BJP as you see those visuals of the protest march that is being held, being led by the BJP Yuva Morcha. We'll go across to a reporter who's reporting live from that very location where the protest is taking place. But for now, very, very dramatic visuals coming in of those protest march which is currently underway in Kolkata. So the TMC government, they are facing a very stiff resistance from the BJP, from a very, very grave attack from the BJP where they've alleged that the education in the state is being politicized. And Tejasvi Surya going on to make a statement that even though they are being repelled by the TMC officials, they will go ahead with their protest march. Going across to Shubhashish, who's reporting live from the very location where the protest is taking place. Shubhashish, over to you. What more details can you share with us?
Protest called by BJP Youth Morcha, and they are here. We can see all the saffron flags are there. Actually, BJP Yuva Morcha, they are going to the Vikas Bhavan, one of the institution of state government of West Bengal, and they are going to protest there. But we can see here is a highly deployment of the local police force. They are already there, and as we can see that the police force is already deployed there, and water cannons are also there. They are operational, and here our water cannons are also deployed. Even the barricades are there, and the police force, you can see here is a large number of police force. They are deployed here, and they are actually here to stop this BJP youth karyakartas. As we can see that there, we can see that BJP workers, they are coming across to the barricade, and the police force, they are trying to stop them. We can see the water cannons is also working there. They are here. We can see that water cannons are already being charged.
Well, Subhashish, just hold your thoughts there. We'll come back to you in just a bit. We are being joined by Dilip Ghosh of the BJP. Sir, your first very reaction on the protest taking place in Kolkata. What do you have to say about that?
पिछले चुनाव जनरल इलेक्शन के बाद से बंगाल की जो स्थिति है, कानून व्यवस्था पूरा चरमरा गया है, राजनीति हिंसा चरम पर और भ्रष्टाचार भी है। इन सारी बातों को लेकर लोग बार बार अदालत में जा रहे हैं और अदालत हर केस में सीबीआई इंक्वायरी का आर्डर दे रहा है। मतलब वहाँ के प्रशासन पर किसी का भरोसा नहीं है। आज इसीलिए आप देखिए कलकत्ता में जगह जगह नौजवान बैठ के धरना दे रहे हैं कि उनका नौकरी नहीं हो रही, एग्जाम होकर के रिजल्ट नहीं हो रहा है, अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं हो रही है, लोगों को न्याय नहीं मिल रहा है, पुलिस एफआईआर नहीं लेता है रेप का और मर्डर का। आप किसी भी मीडिया बंगाल का देख लीजिए, सुबह उठ करके यही खबर आएगा, या तो भ्रष्टाचार, या तो मर्डर, या तो रेप का। तो इस परिस्थिति में बंगाल की भविष्य और युवाओं का भविष्य को देखते हुए हमारे युवा मोर्चा ने तय किया है कि रास्ता में उतर करके इसका विरोध करेंगे। उसी का योजना था और शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से जुलूस निकाल करके और विकास भवन तक जाने का, लेकिन पहले ही पुलिस ने जल कमान से लेकर जितना प्रकार का संभव हो उसको रोकने का प्रयास कर रही है।
जी सर, और यही हम क्वेश्चन भी अभी पूछ रहे हैं कि एक पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट था जो बीजेपी युवा मोर्चा कर रही है अभी, उसके बावजूद वाटर कैनन्स यूज करे जा रहे हैं, उनको रोकने की कोशिश करी जा रही है, क्योंकि प्रोटेस्ट करने का अधिकार तो सबको है और ये पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट है जो बीजेपी युवा मोर्चा कर रही थी, उसके बावजूद जो पुलिस ऑफिशियल्स हैं उनको रोकने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
देखिए, सरकार इतनी डर गई है लोगों से, जन आंदोलन से, कि आंदोलन शुरू होने से पहले ही उनको रोकने का प्रयास, स्पॉट पर ही उनको रोकने का प्रयास। इससे पहले भी पार्टी ऑफिस हम लोग रैली निकालने के प्रयास किए, लेकिन पार्टी ऑफिस को पुलिस और रेलिंग से पूरा घेर दिया गया कि वहां से रैली निकले ही ना। तो जन आंदोलन को रोकने के लिए जो जबरदस्ती प्रयास हो रही है, इसका विपरीत परिणाम होगा, क्योंकि लोग आज गुस्से में हैं, लोग नाराज हैं, लोग हताश है। अभी तो लोग रास्ते में उतर रहे हैं, लेकिन जबरदस्ती कब तक रोक पाएंगे? आप उसका समाधान नहीं करेंगे।
Sir, thanks so much for your thoughts on that, your insights on that. We'll come back to you, but we have some breaking news we are getting right now. That's a tweet that has been put out by Randeep Singh Surjewala, who says that following a presentation and discussions with Prashant Kishor, Congress President has constituted an Empowered Action Group 2024 and invited him to join the party as part of the group with defined responsibility. He declined. We appreciate his efforts and suggestions given to the party. We have our executive editor Ishwara joining us on the phone line. Ishwara, over to you. What more details can you share with us?
Well, absolutely. At this point of time, news coming in that Prashant Kishor has refused to join Congress. Prashant Kishor has declined Congress's efforts. Prashant Kishor has declined Congress party's offer. Prashant Kishor has declined the offer to join Congress party. We were being told that Congress wanted Prashant Kishor to work under Rahul Gandhi, to which Prashant Kishor has completely declined. Prashant Kishor has said that there is no ways, no hows that he's going to work under Rahul Gandhi. He said that he wants his autonomy, he wanted his freedom, he wanted his way on the highway as far as the Congress party is concerned, and he wanted to prevent the declining graph of the Congress party, but he has completely and clearly said no, because Congress party was just not ready for the same, and hence Prashant Kishor has refused to work with the Congress party. We have seen earlier as well several times Prashant Kishor or the Congress approaching each other, but this time it seems that it is a final no coming in from Prashant Kishor's side to work under or with Rahul Gandhi under any circumstance. Back to you in the studio.
Well, absolutely, Ishwara. And you know, this comes amid a lot of speculations. This puts a full stop to all the speculations that were being made across the political spectrum of Prashant Kishor, who will be working with the Congress party. So that's a clarification that is coming in at this point in time from Randeep Singh Surjewala. And significant to note here that Congress had formed an eight-member committee as well last week to discuss on Prashant Kishor. Now, even as the Congress formed an 8-member committee last week to discuss the issue, to discuss over Prashant Kishor, this is a clarification that we are getting right now from Surjewala, who has said that he will not be working with the Congress party. Just yesterday, the sources said that the 8-member group constituted by Congress President Sonia Gandhi will formulate the party's strategy for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls, which is slated to take place in 2024. After Kishor made a presentation to the leadership, took a serious note of the IPAC's deal with Chandrasekhar Rao's Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, which is the TRS. So this comes in the backdrop of the committee that was formed last week to ponder over Prashant Kishor. There were hectic parleys as well that have happened in the recent past of Prashant Kishor with the Congress leaders. And now we have Randeep Singh Surjewala, who has issued a clarification saying that following a a presentation, and after holding a lot of discussions with Prashant Kishor, the Congress president has constituted an empowered action group and also invited him to join the party as part of the group with defined responsibility. However, Prashant Kishor has declined. So this puts a full stop to all the speculations that were being made across the political spectrum that Prashant, there could be a big reject, there could be, it could happen that Prashant Kishor would join the grand old party ahead of that Lok Sabha polls, which is slated to take place in 2024. And now we have a clarification coming in from the Congress saying that this is not the case, and also going on to say that we appreciate his efforts and suggestions given to the party. And now we have we have some confirmation as well coming in from from Prashant Kishor himself, who has declined to join the Congress. That's a big exclusive Republic news break. Prashant Kishor confirming to Republic that he declined to join the Congress party. This after a tweet was also put out by Surjewala saying that Prashant Kishor will not be joining the grand old party. And now we have confirmation coming in from Prashant Kishor himself, a confirmation that Prashant Kishor has given to Republic reporters saying that he declined to join the Congress. So of course there was an offer that was given to him to join the Congress, to work with the grand old party ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. After a lot of hectic parties, after holding a lot of discussions, all of this has been put to a full stop. Prashant Kishor there confirming that he declined to join the grand old party. So that's a big story that we are tracking at this point in time, where Prashant Kishor has declined to join the Congress grand old party ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. Remember, just yesterday the Congress also formed an 8-member committee as well. In fact, it formed the committee last week to discuss on Prashant Kishor. There were a lot of discussions that were held. There were a lot of meetings that were held. The sources, in fact, told Republic that the 8-member group constituted by Sonia Gandhi has been formulated keeping the strategy in mind for the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha polls. And ahead of that, a lot of efforts were being made by the Congress leaders, to put to ask Prashant Kishor to bring him to their side in order to strengthen the party. We've seen how Congress has been only going weaker. So, in fact, we have my colleague Prakash also to give us insights on the same issue. Prakash, over to you. That's a big setback in a way coming in for the Congress, with Prashant Kishor going in on record, in fact, confirming to Republic that he will not be joining the Congress party.
Well, yes, Prashant Kishor just replied to my message that yes, he has declined the offer to join the Congress party, and the reasons are well known. Because for the past few days, or maybe 2 weeks or so, he had given a lot of presentations, around 4 to 5 times presentations with Sonia Gandhi as well as Priyanka Gandhi and senior party leaders like A.K. Antony, Jairam Ramesh, Ashok Gehlot and Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. And he had come out with a detailed plan how to strengthen the Congress party on 370 seats where the Congress party is in a direct fight with the BJP and the rest can be given to the alliance partner. And he had charted out a broad framework as to how to strengthen the Congress party and its organization. But maybe Congress party is too big a ship, and Prashant Kishor also has his own style of functioning because he wants full control over the party, and maybe he was because he was also asking for authority rather than just being a part of the Congress party, as it is the culture in the Congress party of the high command. So maybe the negotiations failed therein. And the style of functioning the Congress party approaches was not in sync with what Prashant Kishor does and wants, because we have seen in the past that whosoever Prashant Kishor has worked with, first he began with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and then with Nitish Kumar, and for a brief period with the Congress party, and he had said in an interview to Republic also that it would be difficult to work with the Congress party. So based on all those framework, it is possible that the the deal did not work out because maybe Prashant Kishor was not being given that kind of weightage inside the party, maybe in the organization as well as his authority is concerned, because he wanted full control over the party as to how to strengthen the party, be it the media and be it the seat adjustment or decision of various issues. So that did not work out, and Prashant Kishor felt that this is not the way that one can work out things with the Congress party.
Yes,
and as
Prakash, hold your thoughts there. Prakash, hold your thoughts there. We'll come to you again. We are being joined by our executive editor Abhishek as well from the Delhi newsroom. Abhishek, that's a big setback, of a kind coming in for the Congress party. Prashant Kishor confirming to Republic, going on record to tell Republic to say that I've declined Congress offer to join the party. What is your reading of the whole issue? Because definitely that's a big setback for the Congress party.
Well, for the Congress party to understand that it's a setback might take a bit of time. But what is important is that Prashant Kishor, the strategist or the master strategist as he's seen by the entire political spectrum, essentially in the opposition, himself has denied joining the Congress party. It's clear that his conditions were not met. On that note, let's go to Rashid Alvi, senior Congress leader. Rashid Saab, Prashant Kishor also now says that maybe time is not right to join the Congress party, or the Congress party is not very attractive for him. Having worked with every party, including Congress earlier, he is not finding it attractive enough to become a member. I think we are not able to connect with Rashid Alvi. Rashid Alvi साहब, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? All right, we are not. Okay, so I think there is some audio issue. We'll connect with Rashid Alvi in a bit. So the strategy in search of a party, as Prashant Kishor is called sometimes, decides to not join the Congress. Remember, the immediate backdrop of this announcement, that is a presentation or second presentation that Prashant Kishor made a few days back amid a flurry of activities with the Gandhis, including Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. And his suggestion that the Gandhis will have to take a back seat if the Congress has to evolve as a credible opposition, as an opposition party which can take on the BJP in 2024, the BJP of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah in 2024. It seems that after internal discussions within the Congress, they have come to a conclusion that the Gandhis cannot take the back seat, and that was the only condition on which Prashant Kishor would have joined the party, which is not happening, and hence he has declined. Also, just a couple of days back, there was this controversy in Telangana where Prashant Kishor happens to be an advisor to the TRS. And if in that situation he joined the Congress party, the state unit of the Congress party in Telangana had issues. In fact, we had the Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee President making a public statement yesterday, asking questions of the national unit. How can Prashant Kishor be taken into the Congress party? So in this situation, Prashant Kishor for now deciding that he will not join the Congress party. Back to the studio.
Yes. All right, Abhishek and Prakash, many thanks for taking us through all those details. In fact, let's cut across to those live visuals we're getting right now from Kolkata, where a massive protest is underway by the BJP Yuva Morcha, currently staging a protest against the state government, saying that there is corruption, the government is embroiled in corruption. Massive protest there being held by the BJP Yuva Morcha workers. You can see the visuals on your screens, water cannons being used by the police officials to stop all those protesters, even as the BJP Yuva Morcha workers were going ahead with a peaceful march against the state government and the corruption that the state government is embroiled in. Even then they were stopped by the police. Water cannons are being used on them, even as they said that it would be a peaceful protest march. the live visuals that we are getting to you of all the showdown that is happening in Kolkata at this point in time. Water cannons being used, very stiff resistance being put by the police officials there to stop those BJP Yuva Morcha workers from continuing with their protest against the state government. And we'll go across to our reporter also who's live at the spot where the protest is taking place in just a bit, as we track all the latest developments that are coming in from Kolkata. And we were showing, in fact, we also... Those are the live visuals we are getting to you right now from Kolkata, where a protest march is being held. Tejasvi Surya also gave a bite saying that even though they are being stopped by the police officials, they will continue with their protest march. You can see the dramatic visuals on your screens right now. Water cannons is being used on the protesters, and our Bangla team is also on spot reporting live on all the drama that is unfolding in Kolkata. This is a protest march being held by the... Well, let's cut across to that tweet that has been put out by Prashant Kishor himself, who says that I have declined Congress leadership's offer to join the party and take responsibility for election. In my humble opinion, more than my joining, Congress needs leadership and collective will to fix some of the deep-rooted structural problems through transformational reforms. So Prashant Kishor making two very strong points. One, he has declined the Congress offer, and also saying, in fact, the latest what we are told is that Prashant Kishor has deleted this tweet. So yes, Prashant Kishor just minutes back tweeted on the structural changes that are needed within the Grand Old Party, and now he's deleted the tweet. So yes, we are tracking the big story at this point in time, where Prashant Kishor has declined the offer that was made to him by the Grand Old Party to join, to work with the party ahead of those 2024 Lok Sabha polls. Remember, there have been massive, there have been a lot of meetings that have been held in the past. There was speculation across the political spectrum that Prashant Kishor could be joining the Congress party ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. And now we have a confirmation. In fact, Prashant Kishor also spoke to our Republic reporter. He spoke to Prakash and told us that he has declined the offer that was made to him by the Grand Old Party. A tweet that was put out by him just minutes back. He has deleted that tweet, but that's a big jolt coming in for the Congress party, even as the Congress decided to make every possible attempt to woo Prashant Kishor. Going across to Abhishek once again. Abhishek, there was a tweet that was put out by Prashant Kishor just minutes back. He's deleted the tweet, but he talks of some structural changes that are needed. Something that many political analysts, and we've been talking time and again about the structural reforms that are needed within the Grand Old Party. So what in your thought are those structural points, the contentious points that Prashant Kishor must have raised with the Congress party?
Well, so there is this entire presentation of 100-odd pages that Prashant Kishor had made, and in that he had made it clear that the Gandhis will have to take the back seat, a lot of organizational reforms that would need to be done, and the Congress party will have to do a bottoms-up approach in terms of organizational restructuring. And he had very clearly said that the Gandhis are a burden in terms of presenting them as a face for governance. I think he had not minced words. It seems that that has not been appreciated, I'm sure, as much by the Gandhis as also by the lackeys around the first family of the Congress party. And that's why I think in his wisdom, Prashant Kishor has decided to not join the Congress party. As I was mentioning earlier also, there is conflict of interest. Prashant Kishor has been a master strategist, so to say, for a dozen odd parties cutting across political divide, essentially in the opposition. If you include the BJP from 2014, then the BJP as well. He has strategized, in fact, joined the JDU.
Right.
All right, Prakash Singh joins us from Patna. Prakash. Okay, Prakash Paswan joins us from Patna. Prashant Kishor has refused to join the Congress party. आप उसको कैसा देखते हैं पासवान जी?
नहीं, देखिए ऐसा है कि प्रशांत किशोर जी को आप लोगों ने इतना बड़ा सेलिब्रिटी बना दिया है। कोई भी राजनीतिक दल चुनाव के दौरान वेंडर्स को उपयोग करता है तो वो वेंडर है। उनका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड उठा के देखिए, पंजाब, उत्तर प्रदेश और तमाम जगह वो हारे हैं। मीडिया में आप लोगों ने इतना बड़ा सेलिब्रिटी बना दिया है, लेकिन जो सबसे बड़ा प्रश्न यहाँ पे है वो प्रश्न ये है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी में लीडरशिप डेफिसिट हो गया है। अब कांग्रेस पार्टी को बाहर से लोगों को आयात करना पड़ रहा है, उनको लीडरशिप इंपोर्ट करना पड़ रहा है। ये कांग्रेस पार्टी के असमर्थता को बता रहा है। ये ऐतिहासिक है। हम लोगों का मानना है स्पष्ट रूप से कि लोकतंत्र में लोग मजबूत होते हैं, भारत के नागरिक मजबूत होते हैं, भारत के नागरिक चुनाव लड़ते हैं। ये लोग टेक्नोक्रेट हैं, इनकी अपनी लिमिटेड है, इनको इतना बड़ा मुद्दा नहीं बनाना चाहिए आप लोगों को।
देखिए प्रकाश किशोर जो हैं, गुरु प्रकाश जी, वो बीजेपी को भी एडवाइस किए हैं, आपको पता है। उन्होंने नीतीश को एडवाइस करके नीतीश को जिताया, ममता को एडवाइस करके ममता को जिताया। वो कहते हैं कि उनका रोल छोटा होता है और हम भी उतना ही रोल मान रहे हैं। मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं वो स्ट्रैटेजिस्ट हैं। पर कांग्रेस पार्टी के बारे में मेरे ख्याल से आपको तो, क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी से हैं आप, इस बात से एक पॉजिटिव मैसेज लेना चाहिए कि देखिए कांग्रेस पार्टी की इतनी हालत खराब है कि प्रशांत किशोर उसका डायग्नोसिस करने के बाद समस्या क्या है उसको ट्रीट करने को तैयार नहीं है, कि वो ट्रीट नहीं हो सकती। इट कैन नॉट बी ट्रीटेड। गुरु प्रकाश पासवान जी। All right, I think Guru Prakash Paswan dropped there, but Udit Raj is joining us, who has been with the Congress party and before that with the BJP as well. Udit Raj, how do you see this development? Prashant Kishor, after having advised the Congress party on all the restructuring that needs to be done, has finally decided not to join the party. Even Prashant, a master strategist like him, thinks or believes that Congress party is beyond redemption.
See, what earlier speaker has spoken, I endorse his view, and it is the media which has created hype for him. He's a data analyst, he's a brilliant analyst, and he's a strategist. And I don't know why media is giving so much importance to him. And any party, at one point of time, he was...
Udit Raj ji, Gandhis were meeting him. Just last week, he has had 2 meetings with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Why would Gandhis meet him if he is not important?
Will you allow me to speak if you connected me? He is not only meeting Gandhi.
Please go.
And of course, he worked with Modi ji, he worked with Amit Shah ji. Only when he meets Gandhi, then there is some news, otherwise no news. So I will hold a request, and I will request media people, including you, that please let the democracy work, not the data analysis and technocrats who rule the rules, who decide the fate of the people. He has, and I differ greatly from you, in that wherever he advised, he got elected, what happened in UP, he was advisor to Congress. Congress never come up over there at many places. And he is a smart person. He goes with the person, with the party which is likely to win. And he was very friendly with America.
Right.
I refused to stand with him second tenure because he knew that America was going to lose the election. He stood this in this respect also, which way.
Right, Udit Raj ji.
Yes.
Udit Raj ji, Ranjit Surjewala's tweet clearly says that he was invited by the Congress leadership, but he refused. So it's not that Congress party does not need him or does not understand his importance. But let me on that note go to KC Tyagi. KC Tyagi joins us on phone. KC Tyagi sahab, Prashant Kishor has been with your party, was vice president of the party, then again went back to his role as a strategist. Since then he has had multiple successes, including Captain Amrinder Singh in Punjab in 2017, and of course 2 elections, the latest one of Mamata Banerjee, then of course Jagan, and now he's advising TRS. You think he has finally realized that he is not made for politics and he is best as a strategist only, and that's why this decision of not joining the Congress party? Or you think that even Prashant Kishor in his wisdom has realized that nothing can be done about the Congress party?
ये प्रशांत किशोर जी हम लोगों के सिंपैथाइजर हैं, हम लोगों के मित्र हैं। हम लोगों ने सालों उनके साथ काम किया है और वो एक अच्छे इंसान हैं, सफल स्ट्रेटेजिशियन हैं और नीतीश कुमार जी के उनके बड़े व्यक्तिगत रिश्ते हैं जिसके आधार पर उनको पार्टी ने अपना वाइस प्रेसिडेंट बनाया था। पॉलिटिकली वो अफेयर हमारा लंबा नहीं चला, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी हमारे रिश्तों में कोई खटास नहीं आई। पिछले दिनों वो पटना गए थे, नीतीश कुमार जी के साथ उनकी लंबी वार्ता हुई। थोड़े दिन पहले वो मेरे पास भी आए थे। हमारे उनके निरंतर रिश्ते नाते बने रहते हैं। जहाँ तक कांग्रेस पार्टी का सवाल है, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी के उनके बीच का मामला है। हमको इसमें कटु टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहते, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ उन्होंने काम करने से मना किया है। उसका एक बड़ा कारण जो मुझको लगता है कि अभी एनडीए का नेशनल लेवल पे कोई विकल्प नहीं है, बावजूद इसके कि प्रशांत किशोर की सेवाएं लेकर के कांग्रेस पार्टी भी बेनिफिशियरी होती। लेकिन इस समय जो माहौल है, इस समय जो पिछले चुनाव हुए खासतौर से उत्तर प्रदेश में, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि थोड़े दिनों के प्रयासों से एनडीए आउट ऑफ पावर हो जाएगा। उसकी पॉपुलैरिटी में, उसकी लीडरशिप की पॉपुलैरिटी में अभी मासिस में कमांड है। इसलिए उन्होंने सोच करके समझ करके ये फैसला लिया है। इसमें दो राय नहीं है। आई एग्री विद यू कि जिस मुहिम को अपने हाथ में लेते हैं वो मेहनती हैं, दूरदर्शी हैं और उसको वो अंतिम अंजाम तक ले जाते हैं। एक दो जगह उनका डिसीजन सक्सेसफुल नहीं रहा होगा। बाय एंड लार्ज वो कैंपेन को एक पर्सन के और एक इशू के साथ आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं। जैसे बिहार में उन्होंने नारा दिया था, नीतीश कुमार हो बिहार में बाहर हो, तो वो एक आई कैचिंग स्लोगन था कि नीतीश कुमार अगर दोबारा आएंगे तो एवरीथिंग विल बी ऑल राइट इन बिहार। वी विश ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर हिम।
त्यागी साहब पर एक बात का आपने जवाब नहीं दिया। त्यागी साहब, आपने एक बात का जवाब नहीं दिया कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने उनको इनवाइट किया, उसके बाद एक प्रेजेंटेशन हुआ जिसमें बात ऐसी आई कि प्रशांत किशोर ने बोला था कि गांधीज को थोड़ा पीछे हटना पड़ेगा। तो क्या इस मुद्दे पे दोनों की नहीं बनी? गांधीज तैयार नहीं है पीछे हटने के लिए या उनके आसपास के लोग नहीं हटने देना चाह रहे, इसलिए ये बात हुई?
देखिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी इस समय अपने सर्वाइवल और रिवाइवल के कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस के बीच में स्ट्रगल कर रही है। वो एक बड़ी पार्टी रही है, नेशनल मूवमेंट की कैरियर रही है। मैं कोई खराब टिप्पणी करने का, यूं भी हमारा स्वभाव किसी पार्टी के या नेता के बारे में नहीं है, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी को अपने इन कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस बिटवीन रिवाइवल एंड सर्वाइवल से निकालना अभी इतना आसान नहीं है। कांग्रेस पार्टी विद नेहरू विदाउट नेहरू, उसे एक लंबा सफर तय करना अपने आप को एस्टेब्लिश करने में।
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. K.C. Tyagi. As ever, always very forthright with his comments and thoughts. Prashant Kishor tweet is back, viewers, in which he has said that I decline the generous offer of the Congress to join the party as part of the EAG, which is an experts group which is aimed at the 2024 elections and take responsibility for the elections. In my humble opinion, more than me, the party needs leadership and collective will to fix the deep-rooted structural problems. That's the tweet of Prashant Kishor, which is back. And on that note, we will take a short break. But on the other side, video war or CCTV footage war in Maharashtra between the Ranas and the police commissioner's office. Also, the Bible controversy, Republic impact in Bengaluru, where Karnataka minister says that notice will be sent to the school very soon. That's in Bengaluru, Karnataka.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया। उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा हमको, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल।
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवून पाहिजे.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता, और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they will try to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble, and that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है, और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है. यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है. सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी. उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है.
अभी तक हाँ, मैं बाहर में अंदर था. लोग भी जाने होने चाहिए.
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When you check, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
There is an update on the loudspeaker controversy. Now this is ACS home, Avnish Avasthi of Uttar Pradesh, who has sought the report from all the police in charge of Uttar Pradesh regarding the removal of illegal loudspeaker at all the religious places. And the timeline which is given is April 30. One more thing which has been made clear by the ACS home, Avnish Avasthi, is that if anybody failed to submit the report till date given, then action will be taken. We are continuously seeing that how the loudspeaker controversy is raising day by day. We have seen how the clashes and the war of words was witnessed in the state of Maharashtra when the action reaches to the national capital. And now this
Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana, who was claiming that they were mistreated, and now this is the video that has been tweeted by Sanjay Pandey, who is the Mumbai Police Commissioner. Clearly we can see that Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana has been sitting in the police station and they are having tea. So we can clearly say that this is a video war between Ranas and Mumbai Cop.
पुलिस कमिश्नर किस प्रकार की फोर्जरी और चीटिंग कर सकते हैं, इसका बेस्ट नमूना आज जनता के सामने आ गया.
Now we have Kirit Somaiya saying that the Mumbai police is working at the behest of the Maharashtra government. So very, very serious allegations there.
Coming back with the breaking news update coming in now from Kolkata, where the protests were seen now a few minutes back. The BJP is protesting. One person has been injured. Let's go across straight to the pictures coming in right now. Tejasvi Surya of the BJP leading that protest. One person has been injured. These are live pictures of the protest coming in from Kolkata. From Kolkata, where the BJP has been protesting. We have the Republic Bangla team also live from Kolkata, going back to the live report coming in from Kolkata, where we are hearing that one person has been injured. There were water cannons sprayed on protesters. Hundreds of them who were protesting on the streets of Kolkata, now protesting, sitting on the floor. We are hearing that one person has been injured in this political face-off that is brewing on the streets of Kolkata right now. Those are live pictures on Republic TV. And we'll go across to our Republic Bangla newsroom and the reporters on the field. That's the aftermath of the protests. The protesters are still on the streets of Kolkata protesting against the alleged recruitment scam in West Bengal, questioning the Trinamool Congress and the Mamata Banerjee government. A big showdown as the BJP takes to the streets. The police tried to block these protests. On your screens right now, you can still see the police trying to stop these protesters. Tejasvi Surya spoke a few minutes back. Let's play out his soundbite.
वेस्ट बंगाल में शिक्षा व्यवस्था पूरा राजकारण हो चुका है, भ्रष्टाचार में डूब रहा है। विवेकानंद जी की धरती, गुरु रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी की धरती, आजादी के आंदोलन के संदर्भ में जिस प्रदेश पूरे देश को शिक्षा का मार्गदर्शन दिया था, उस प्रदेश आज शिक्षा
Priyanka Tibrewal of the BJP joining us on the phone line. Priyanka, can you hear me? Priyanka Tibrewal on the phone line. Priyanka. Priyanka, what's going on?
Yes.
What is your protest against?
See, our protest today here was regarding the jobs which the youth deserve in West Bengal, and there was a lot of issues in regard to that. The matter went to the High Court also, where it was realized that the ministers and whoever was the education minister at that point of time, you know, the people who passed the SSC examination, which is the School Service Commission examinations, they were not given jobs, but rather some kind of cut money and the bribe was taken, and others who got much lesser marks than them, they got the job. So it is not just only in SSC, but even in the TET examinations and various other governmental jobs, the same has happened. That is why the youth of West Bengal was protesting today on the streets, stating that they deserve those jobs, but they were not given those jobs. So it was regarding whatever is happening in the government in West Bengal. But instead of allowing these youth to proceed towards the government office, which is at Vikas Bhavan, they threw tear gas and water cannons were started on us, which had something in the water mix, and you know, all our eyes are burning. We can't even see. We can barely see.
Yes. Priyanka Tibrewal, thank you for speaking to Republic TV. Those are pictures that are coming in from Kolkata. Getting a confirmation now that one of the protesters there was injured on the streets of Kolkata in those protests. We have some breaking news also coming in from Mumbai. I'm trying to see if we have that ready so we can go across and get you some updates on the CCTV versus CCTV war that is breaking out. We'll go across to that. The showdown in Kolkata. Let me go across once more to Ishan Deb joining us live from the location where the protests are on. Ishan Deb.
Huge protest in Salt Lake area in Kolkata, and the BJP state leadership and the Yuva Morcha's national leadership, they are leading this protest, this procession, this rally against the allegations of corruption in recruitment, against the allegations. They are alleging that there are huge corruptions in recruitments in school teachers. And they are also demanding that fair recruitment process should be started very soon, and the vacant posts in many schools, secondary, higher secondary and primary schools, those should be filled up very soon because there is a huge amount of unemployment in West Bengal. BJP is protesting like this, and today from the Karunamaya area of Salt Lake, they have started their protest rally. This protest rally was destined to go to Vikas Bhavan. Vikas Bhavan, you know, is the headquarters of the Education Department of West Bengal, and the BJP rally was moving towards Vikas Bhavan. At first, the barricade was put forward in front of the BJP rally at Karunamaya, which was the commencement point of the procession. but that barricade was broken by the BJP supporters, BJP activists, and they almost more than half a kilometer the procession advanced, and again in front of Mayuk Bhavan the procession was again stopped, and the police used water cannon there to disperse the mob there, but in course the Bengal BJP President Sukanto Majumdar was there. The All India Yuva Morcha President Tejasvi Surya, he was also leading the procession from front. So Tejasvi Surya, Sukanto Majumdar, Raju Bista, and the Bengal Yuva Morcha President Indranil Khan, another MP from Purulia who is the General Secretary of BJP, Jyotirmay Mahato, all were present, and they all became victims of the water cannon blow by the Bidhan Nagar Police Commissionerate. So agitation is going up there at the spot at Salt Lake in front of Mayuk Bhavan. Many guardrails have been put in front of the BJP supporters, in front of the protesters, and they are trying to break the guardrails and move towards Bikash Bhavan. And police is trying with all its force to stop the mob. They have used the water cannon in many phases, but still the BJP leadership and the BJP supporters, they are not ready to move away from the place. They under the leadership of Sukanto Majumdar, the president of West Bengal.
Ishan, stay with me. I have some more breaking news coming in. Let's go across to the breaking news update coming in from Mumbai right now. Moving on from the news that broke from Kolkata and getting you some more breaking news updates now from Mumbai. And the big breaking news update from Mumbai now, we are hearing from the Mumbai police sources that they will be releasing another CCTV footage. They will be releasing another CCTV footage of Santa Cruz police station lockup, which was installed where Navneet and Ravi Rana were lodged. Sources telling Republic that the Mumbai commissioner himself checked the CCTV footage, which shows Ranas were treated well in the lockup and that Navneet and Ravi Rana used officers' restroom. The commissioner of police and Mumbai police sources saying that the commissioner of police checked the CCTV himself after Navneet Rana wrote to the Lok Sabha speaker claiming that she was abused, humiliated, harassed, and that casteist slurs were heard. Let me go across to Alisha joining us with the details. Alisha, it's CCTV versus CCTV. Give us the update on what the Mumbai police is saying about the latest claim made by Navneet.
Well, yes, Niranjan, we know that there is a video war going between Ranas and Mumbai police, and specifically talking about this video because there was a claim made by Navneet Rana through her lawyer stating that she was humiliated in the lockup when she and her husband was lodged in a Santa Cruz police station lockup. Now, the police sources have informed that they are going to release a new video, the new CCTV by the Mumbai police, and it is a video of a Santa Cruz lockup where Navneet and Ravi Rana was launched, and in that CCTV itself, a Mumbai Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey has been looking into the CCTV because we know that the letter has been given to Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and it has been instructed to give the report, whereas Maharashtra DJP is he's going to prepare the report and send it to the Lok Sabha Speaker in 24 hours through email. But Mumbai CP Sanjay Pandey has been looking into the matter. He also checked all the CCTV, and Mumbai police sources says that it is what has been claimed is completely false because they were treated well, and also Navneet and Ravi Rana were asked, they were using officers' restroom. So the claim that has been made by Navneet Rana through letter is completely false, is what a Mumbai police sources say. So sooner or later, where Navneet Rana, the Mumbai police officials are going to release a new video. Even before we saw that Sanjay Pandey itself has tweeted a video of Khar police station, and which Navneet Rana advocate Rizwan Merchant has given a statement over the same. So now it has been said that a new CCTV footage that is going to be released by Mumbai police. It is a CCTV footage which was installed in Santa Cruz police station lockup where Navneet and Ravi Rana were lodged, and it is Mumbai police sources says that CP itself has looked into the CCTV, what was the behavior of the police officials when both were lodged in the lockup, and it has clearly stated that both were treated well and they were given all the facilities by the police officials.
Yes, stay with me. In fact, there is another CCTV that was released by Navneet's office, right? Now, this is the claim made by Navneet Rana, claiming that she was abused and harassed, and that she was not given water, and that she was not allowed to use the restroom. And that's a video on the right of your screen, the CCTV video released by the Mumbai Police Commissioner, showing that water and tea was served. Not just that. There was another. The lawyer of Navneet Rana, Rizwan Merchant claimed not the station but release the CCTV of the lockup. He dared them to release the CCTV of the lockup. And now the CCTV of the lockup, we are hearing, could also be released. Let's listen in fact, to what Rizwan Merchant, the lawyer for the Rana, said, and then we'll go across and get you some more videos that were released. The CCTV versus CCTV wars. Here's Rizwan Merchant, the lawyer.
Good afternoon. This is at the request of my clients that I am preparing this video, and on their behalf I am making the following statement and declaration. It appears that there is some tweet which is being floated around on social media through the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Sanjay Pandey, in relation to the complaint which was made by my client Navneet Rana, making a grievance with regard to being subjected to ill treatment whilst in custody by not being provided basic facilities like toilet and water, etc. I just wanted to clarify that the tweet of Sanjay Pandey sir is in relation to the time which my client has spent at Khar police station after being arrested in CR number 500 of 22. The officers did offer her a cup of tea, there's no doubt about that. But they were there at the police station till 1 o'clock in the morning. Approximately somewhere around 1 o'clock in the morning, they were transferred to the lockup of Santa Cruz police station, where they were detained for the rest of the night and till the time they were produced in court. The complaint of my client Navneet Rana of being subjected to ill treatment is in relation to the detention not at Khar police station, but it is in relation to the detention at the lockup of Santa Cruz police station.
So there's another breaking news update coming in from Mumbai. That was Rizwan Merchant. On your screen right now, the claim made, the video that was released. We are hearing there could be more videos that will be released by the Mumbai police to counter the claim made by Navneet Rana and Ravi Rana. That's the breaking news update now coming in. Let's get you some more news from Mumbai now. Getting in some more breaking news updates. And the next breaking news update coming in of the Chandiwal Commission. Remember, the Chandiwal Commission was formed to look at the allegations against Parambir Singh and the entire extortion claim. Now, the report has been filed. The report has been submitted. Report against Parambir Singh has been submitted. We had the first picture that came in. I'm going across to Alisha. We had a picture that came in of that submission. Several boxes handed over to the state government by the Chandiwal Commission. I have Alisha joining us with the details. Alisha.
Yes, Niranjan, Chandiwal Commission has already submitted this report to state government. As we know that the allegation that was leveled against former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh by Parambir Singh. So there was the state government has already given this inquiry to the Chandiwal Commission, and we saw several trials that was going around. Importantly, many testimony has been taken by the Chandiwal Commission, and what we have been said that 201 pages of report has been submitted by Chandiwal Commission to the state government, and we can see in the picture that the Chandiwal Commission itself has given the report to Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and Home Minister Dilip Walse Patil. Also, we know that there were many statement, eyewitness, and even the accused statement that has been reported. And importantly, even speaking to Republic earlier, when Maharashtra Home Minister Dilip Walse Patil has clearly stated that action will be initiated against the culprit. We are just waiting for Chandiwal Commission to submit its report. And finally, when Chandiwal Commission today has already submitted the report, now the state government will look into the matter. What the commission has come up in the report, it's a 201 pages of report that has been submitted to state government, and after which the state government will look into the matter and will initiate action accordingly.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us with those inputs. That's the first picture that's come in of the Chandiwal Commission submitting the report to the Maharashtra state government. A photo that came in a few minutes back.
The Supreme Court today declined to entertain a petition seeking a judicial inquiry and a court-monitored probe by a former Chief Justice or the judge of the Supreme Court in the violence that broke out after religious processions were taken out during the Ram Navami and the Hanuman Jayanti in various parts of the country, including the national capital. Remember that the petition was filed by Advocate Vishal Tiwari, who had sought for a judicial probe into the incidents that have occurred across India, following which the petition was listed before a bench headed by Justice L. Nageshwar Rao. In fact, the court questioned Mr. Tiwari as to whether the judges are free, and if yes, then he might find somebody. But then later on, the court refused to entertain the petition, saying that it has already seized off the matter and it is already hearing a batch of petitions with regards to the violence that had occurred into the national capital and the other parts of the country.
Quick check of all the other top stories we're tracking here on Republic TV this evening. CISF taking serious note on the attacks on BJP leader, former Lok Sabha MP Kirit Somaiya. The senior officials of CISF, in an order and interaction with the Mumbai police officials, have said that shoot at sight can be ordered if Somaiya is attacked again. Prashant Kishor has declined Congress offer to join the Grand Old Party. A 22-year-old Kishor has been electrocuted to death in Bengaluru last evening. He was identified later a resident of Mattikere in Bengaluru. A senior police officer said that he was walking back home after work when it happened. American body USCIRF has once again targeted India by putting India on the concern list of nations among 15 countries and clubbing India with countries such as North Korea, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Russia. A 35-year-old woman was allegedly gang raped and murdered at a village in the Dausa district of Rajasthan on Sunday. As per officials, one person was arrested in connection with the crime, while efforts are on to nab the other accused. Taking a dig at the Rajasthan Congress government, Union Minister Anurag Thakur questioning the Sonia Gandhi-led party for no actions against the rising cases of rape in the state. A 30-year-old man allegedly died after being injured in a brawl over bill payment at a pub in Noida's Gardens Galleria Mall. Officials saying that the attack happened late last night. Supreme Court has pulled up the Uttarakhand government over the Dharam Sansad event as it asked the state chief secretary to ensure that no hate speeches were made at the event to be held on Wednesday. The top official has also been asked to explain the preventive steps taken so far. In an exclusive interview with Republic TV, Gujarat Congress working president Hardik Patel claimed that he was being ignored in the party. The DCGI has approved Bharat Biotech's Covaxin for emergency use in children aged between 6 and 12. As of now, vaccination drive is limited to those aged 12 and above. Story broken by Republic TV a few minutes back of Prashant Kishor, strategist, declining the Congress offer, rejecting the Vadra Congress, saying he's not interested. He's not interested, he's not joining them, the speculation has ended. And Kirit Somaiya continues to make allegations against the police in Mumbai, has recorded his statement in the Khar police station this morning. The Maharashtra political face-off, developing story on Republic TV.
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they will try to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है। और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
अभी तक हाँ, मैं बाहर में अंदर था लोग को जाने होने चाहिए।
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When you check, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया, उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा है हमको, झूठा ओपन दाखिल किया, झूठा ओपन दाखिल।
Getting you news in brief, Ukraine's foreign minister urged the United Nations chief to press Russia for an evacuation of the besieged port of Mariupol, calling it a step that the world's body's top diplomat was capable of delivering. The Ukrainian leader also criticized the organization's Secretary General for visiting Moscow before going to Kiev. The British government said that at least 15,000 Russian troops have been killed in Ukraine since Moscow launched its invasion 2 months ago. The British Defense Secretary also said that 25% of Russian combat units sent to Ukraine had been rendered not combat effective. Meanwhile, Russia acknowledged that 1,351 military casualties, with the Defense Secretary adding that Russia had failed in most of its military objectives so far. Russia contradicted the comments made by the US Secretary of State that Russia was failing in its war against Ukraine. The Russia Deputy Ambassador to the United Nations said that Russia had its own strategy, its own aims, and that the war was never meant to be a blitzkrieg.
Tonight on The Debate with Arnab Goswami.
Welcome back. Jignesh Mevani, independent MLA from Gujarat, was picked up by Assam police, arrested, and now he's still behind bars despite a bail in one case. In another case, again in Assam, by Assam police. Congress party, though of course Jignesh Mevani is not a member of the or MLA of the party, is up in arms. They are protesting across the region, across the country, in the home state Gujarat as also in Bengal. But let's go to Ahmedabad first, where Priyanka Sharma is there with the protesters of the Congress party. Priyanka, over to you. What's happening? Why Congress party up in arms? Of course, Jignesh Mevani is their supporter, but he's not a party member.
Well, absolutely. Let me pan our cameras right now and show you what's really happening, because these are the kind of protests that we have been seeing across the country. But specifically, it's more crucial to see what's really happening in Gujarat, and where the Congress party of the Gujarat leg in fact has come out on the streets and started protesting along with several of the cadre of Jignesh Mevani himself really coming out on the streets and protesting Jignesh Mevani's arrest. They are stating that this in fact is an unconstitutional unconstitutional arrest of a sitting MLA from the Gujarat State Assembly who had been taken from Palakkad in the night by the Assam police to Assam, where in fact he had been taken into police custody, after which of course right after he had been given bail, he had also been taken into custody by the Assam police for another matter as well. And right now these are the visuals of the protest that is going on. You can see the kind of posters and all that are being also distributed in the public. It is also talking about how the entire arrest of Jignesh Mevani had been unconstitutional. This is something that the Congress is also stating. I'll try to make my way towards where the Congress cadre really is and try to get in the word from them, because it becomes even more important right now as to what the mood of the Congress people here in Gujarat is. Since just a few minutes back we had heard that Prashant Kishor also not taking up the Congress party in the upcoming elections as well, and there are several of the Congress leaders in fact who have come out on the streets itself today to protest Jignesh Mevani's arrest, and we'll try to make our way towards where in fact the Congress leadership is. We surprisingly don't see a lot of big names when it comes to the Congress leaders who are supposed to be here in solidarity of Jignesh Mevani. But let's get in the word from some of the people. ये किस चीज का प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं आप लोग?
जिग्नेश मेवानी जी को जल्दी से जल्दी रिहा किया जाए, इसके लिए प्रोटेस्ट हमारा चल रहा है। पिछले 3 दिनों से पूरे अहमदाबाद नहीं, पूरे भारत भर के अंदर ये चल रहा है। हम चाहते हैं कि जल्दी से जिग्नेश मेवानी को रिहा किया जाए, वरना ये आंदोलन उग्र होने वाला है।
You can see, the people. In fact, there are just followers of Mevani as well who have come from his constituency itself to Ahmedabad as well, along with some of the Congress leaders. However, interestingly, there is less of a strength of the Congress leaders that we are seeing here right now. So much for the solidarity that they're really trying to show for Jignesh Mevani right now on the ground. As of now, we do know that several of the big leaders, including Bharat Singh Solanki, Arjun Modwadia, all of these leaders are in fact right now in Ahmedabad, but they have chosen not to take a part in this protest that is being carried out by the Gujarat Congress right now on the ground to express solidarity with Jignesh Mevani, stating that the entire arrest had in fact been an unconstitutional one, and the entire procedure had not been followed by the Assam police for arresting a sitting MLA, something that the Congress party and even the followers of Mevani are here stating now. In fact, just a few minutes ago is when the protest had started. We can expect more and more people to join in. It's a huge rally that they have organized as of now, along with the Congress cadre and the followers of Jignesh Mevani.
Yes, video footage on media TV.
Dr. Kumar Vishwas has now knocked the door of Punjab and Haryana High Court against the FIR that has been registered against him by Punjab Police, and in fact Dr. Kumar Vishwas has also seeking for the quashing of the FIR that was registered against him on 12th of April this year, and even this FIR has been registered at Ropar Police Station for the statement that was given against Arvind Kejriwal before Punjab Assembly elections. A petition has been filed in Punjab and Haryana High Court today itself, seeking the cancellation of the FIR and mentioning that it was a political vendetta against Kumar Vishwas, that the case has been registered by the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. And in fact, on 20th of April, a notice has been served to Kumar Vishwas asking him to join the investigation on 26th of April, that is today. And in fact, instead of joining the investigation, Kumar Vishwas has filed a petition against the FIR seeking the cancellation of the FIR just because it was a political vendetta. It was mentioned in the FIR.
We're going to take a short break on that note, but on the other side, Afghan terror angle emerges post an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir. Are the Afghan Mujahideen, Afghan terrorists being pushed by Pakistan into the valley? Also, in Karnataka, Republic Media Network investigation impact. In the Bible controversy, Karnataka Minister of Education says notice will be sent to the school soon. Be right back.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,600 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
अभी तक हाँ मैं बाहर में अंदर था मैं जब लोग बोलने को जाने होने चाहिए
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When we checked, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया, उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा हमको, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल।
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, आपल्या घरात ठेवून पाहिजे.
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता, और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे.
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they will try to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है। और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
Getting you news in brief, Ukraine's foreign minister urged the United Nations chief to press Russia for an evacuation of the besieged port of Mariupol, calling it a step that the world's bodies top diplomat was capable of delivering. The Ukrainian leader also criticized the organization's Secretary General for visiting
complaint of my client Navneet Rana of being subjected to ill treatment is in relation to the detention not at Thar police station, but it is in relation to the detention at the lockup of Santa Cruz police station.
Tonight on The Debate with Arnab Goswami.
Welcome back, viewers. As forces intensify crackdown on terror in Jammu and Kashmir, a terror module has been busted in Kulgam that was involved in targeting the punches and the sarpanches, essentially the roots of democracy in the valley. Arms and ammunition have been recovered, as also 3 terrorists arrested. For more details on the story, Zeenat Zishan Fazil joins us from Srinagar. Zeenat, over to you. What are the facts of this terror busting that has been done by the police in Kashmir?
See, as far as this incident is concerned, this happened in the first week of the March when the sarpanch was targeted by the terrorists. Now, who are those terrorists? They are the 3 people, the 3 terror associates of the Hizbul Mujahideen, which is a homegrown terror outfit. SSP Kulgam was the module of these terrorists, and finally they have been arrested and they have been identified as Adil Manzoor, who's from Ashmuji, which comes in the Kulgam, and Nasir Wani, again from the Kulgam, and Majid, again all the 3 are from the the Kulgam and have been associated with the Hizbul Mujahideen. So this module has now been busted by the SSP Kulgam along with his team, because the sit was constituted after this killing, because this sarpanch was targeted by these terrorists. How they carried this kind of attack, because now in some time from now we are going to hear from the SSP Kulgam, who is going to give press brief. Meanwhile, we also witnessed a grenade attack in the Braslu area of Kulgam, just near the Braslu pool, where the CRPF vehicle was stationed and grenade was hurled towards it. Some damage has been done, and also the tire of the vehicle has damage. But we are seeing the forces have launched a coordinated search operation to nab those who carried this attack. Yes, Abhishek.
On that note, and keep tabs of the grenade attack that has just taken place just a while back. And we have to take a 1-minute report, viewers, and then move on with this.
Specific information: the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence Hyderabad had intercepted a female at the Hyderabad International Airport who was travelling from Malvian. While checking the bags, it was found that she was carrying heroin of near about 3.129 kgs of heroin, which is worth rupees near about 21 crores. And also we have been seeing that package was properly covered in 2 polythene bags, and also it was sealed. Well, now after the interrogation and based on the specific information, the DRI officials had stopped the female at the airport, and further investigation was taken up. Further, all the baggage was checked thoroughly, and now we see that the DRI officials have seized the 3 kgs amount of heroin, and also the female has been arrested and further sent to judicial remand. Further investigation also is being taken up by the DRI officials. This is Anisha with video journalist Chandra for Republic TV.
All right, up next, police strategist Prashant Kishor refuses to join the Congress party, says he has declined the offer of the grand old party. More on that after a short break. Also, a showdown between the BJP and TMC in Bengal, with the youth wing president Tejasvi Surya leading the charge for the ruling party in Delhi. Be right back.
Big political face-off over Hanuman Chalisa fight. Arrests, attacks, letters.
प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला त्याच्या काही भावना असतात, पण त्या भावना त्यांनी अंतःकरणात ठेवाव्यात, अपने घर
कि हिटलरशाही से संघर्ष होता है, संवाद नहीं होता। और अगर इस प्रकार की प्रवृत्ति यहाँ पर चलेगी तो हम भी उसका मुकाबला करेंगे।
Who's responsible for the chaos?
Right now we're witnessing a hole being drilled onto the roof. They're trying to drill a hole on the roof that had collapsed, and in fact through that hole they will try to pull the 5 construction workers who have been fear trapped under the heavy rubble. And that is the biggest challenge for the officials.
यहाँ पर एक हैंड ग्रेनेड मिला है और वो हैंड ग्रेनेड में जंग लगी हुई है, उसका पिन टूटा हुआ है। और सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि ये कोई बैग में नहीं मिला है। यहाँ पर ये बाजू में एक गार्डन है, उस गार्डन में ये मिला है। सामने आप देख सकते हैं कि ये पुरानी बिल्डिंग है, ऐतिहासिक बिल्डिंग है, और इस बिल्डिंग में 2 आपको सीमेंट के कट्टे नजर आ रहे होंगे, सीमेंट की बोरियां नजर आ रही होंगी। उन 2 कट्टों के बीच में जो है वो हैंड ग्रेनेड को यहाँ पर रखा हुआ है।
अभी तक हाँ, मैं बाहर नहीं था, अंदर था मैं। जब लोग बोले तो जाने होने चाहिए।
While he was talking to me, there was a jeep outside his house. When we checked, it was police vehicle. When I asked him why they have come, probably they have come to inquire or they might arrest me.
रवि राणा की तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं। रवि राणा इस गाड़ी में जा रहे हैं पुलिस की, जिसमें आप देख रहे हैं रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं? रवि राणा क्या कह रहे हैं?
झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया। उद्धव ठाकरे ने फंसा है हमको, झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल किया। झूठा ऑफेंस दाखिल।
There is an update on the loudspeaker controversy. Now this is ACS home, Avnish Avasthi of Uttar Pradesh, who has sought the report from all the police in charge of Uttar Pradesh regarding the removal of illegal loudspeaker at all the religious places. And the timeline which is given is April 30. One more thing which has been made clear by the ACS home, Avnish Avasthi, is that if anybody failed to submit the report till date given, then action will be taken.
Tonight on The Debate with Arnab Goswami. Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. Today in Bengaluru, another man, 22-year-old Kishore, a laborer, died after being electrocuted. And it's not the first time that people have died in death traps in Bengaluru or any other city in India. But in Bengaluru, it's happened not once, twice, it happened all the time. Every month, every year, lives lost due to potholes, due to civic apathy, due to carelessness, and this time over a wire that was hanging from a tree. Here on Republic TV, we are taking your calls live in the newsrooms here on Republic TV. All lines are open on Republic. All lines are open, and we will tell you how angry the people of Bengaluru are today as one more life has been lost. Here are the headlines this evening. A 21-year-old electrocuted on a pavement in Bengaluru. The police has begun an investigation. Prashant Kishor declines Congress offer, snubs the Vadra. Congress says won't join. Massive showdown in Kolkata. BJP staging a protest against the Trinamool Congress government policies and a recruitment scam. Video war breaking out in Maharashtra now. Navneet's office releases a CCTV footage. Mumbai Police Commissioner releases a counter video. Sources suggesting the Ministry of Home Affairs has sought a report on the letter sent by Navneet Rana on the treatment by the police. Kirit Somaiya registers a new case over an alleged bogus FIR filed by the Mumbai Police. Afghan terror angle emerges in a Jammu encounter. Made in Poland imprint on terrorist shoe recovered. These are shoes used by the US allied forces in Afghanistan. Republic impact in the Bengaluru Bible controversy. Karnataka minister says notice will be sent to the school, the Clarence School in Bengaluru. Congress suspends Jakhar according to reports. Another rebel on the way out. Blast reported in Pakistan's Karachi University. 2 Chinese nationals among 4 killed. Well, nobody's angry, nobody's asking questions, nobody's asking for arrest over the death of a 22-year-old Kishore. 22-year-old youth called Kishore in Bengaluru, electrocuted while walking on a pavement because a wire was hanging from a tree. A wire was hanging from a tree, electrocuted, died when taken to the hospital. Another case of civic apathy in Bengaluru. and nobody seems to be asking for any arrest. Is it because it was a laborer? It was a 22-year-old laborer. And on Republic TV, we are taking your calls live. Your calls live. Tell us what you think. Because as of this minute, nobody is willing to take accountability or onus for what has happened. And Republic TV is reporting live from Bengaluru. Let me go across to Sagai Raj joining us live. Sagai Raj was at the location. And we are taking your calls live on Republic TV this evening. The numbers are on your screen. Let me go across to Sagai Raj. Sagai Raj, what happened there and who's responsible?
See, earlier in the day visited the place where this electrocution has happened, and according to eyewitness, he was walking on the pavement. He was not even walking on the main road, he was walking on the pavements, and just when he crossed a child park, there is a park there which is for children and the play park. In that particular place, when he was crossing that road, he found a wire just like that, the cable over there. You can see it is from the tree, and it is there is a junction box top on that, and he found that cable, and while walking he somehow came in contact with that particular cable and suddenly fell down. And the boy who was next to him claims that he was unable to breathe for a while. We tried to give water to him and we shifted him to Ramaya Hospital, but nothing worked on him and he unfortunately lost his life. Just to give an example, Niranjan, we are outside BBMP office. See, that is the BBMP building over there, and this is a tree over here. You can see optic fire cables, everything is on the electric pole. You can see that cable. So these are electric poles. On electric poles, you have optic fire cable, which will be used for internet, cable service and various other services, which is connected to a BESCOM pole. This is an electricity pole. And probably if there is any damage on this particular cable, and if it come across in connection with any of the BESCOM cable, there is electricity supply. BBMP commissioner says that nobody dies due to optic fire cable electrocution. He doesn't know that yesterday evening in his own city where he operates, where he was supposed to take care of all this failure of system, in his own city there is a person who died after he came across